almost an entire fifth of Sambuca in 20 minutes. Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway.
sounds about right.
He was laying on the floor, and I had a plastic Intercontinental belt, I think? Or was it the European belt? Whatever, plastic toy belt.
Yeah,
And he had it on his chest, and he just did one of these, like, tap, tap, kiss his finger, and pointed, and then he noticed on how crooked his finger was, and he just went, crooked.
Yeah.
Had it on video for the longest time.
I couldn't move because the room was spinning.
So, it was good. It was mucho entertaining.
Find out more at Sidekick.
Playing the thing again.
Playing the thing again.
Or at sorgatronmedia.com.
I
don't know. This is how it rolls here. We'll try this.
Nah.
Oh.
The 700.
Hey, you're watching.
Yeah, apparently.
Hey, look at that.
Try not to.
You ready? The real Mayhem's coming now. Oh, sorry. You know. So, hold on. I'll wait till he gets in. Because since you're doing PR for our studio now. We can tell people what we just got offered to do.
Oh, yeah, that...
Hold on a second. Hold on. We got to get Mike on here and make sure he's good. Oh, no! WrestleMania's falling down!
WrestleMania's over. Canceled.
No.
Send everybody home.
Oh, no. I should probably clip
Blizzard's
this on
coming.
here or something. I figured it would just kind of stay, but, you know.
So after 700 episodes, did we finally get offered to do porn?
No. All right. Hold on a second.
Nobody has to offer.
Well, someone has to
Yeah,
offer.
right, but,
Well,
I mean,
true.
there's been...
We do the
Listen.
offering around here.
Over the last 14 years, there have been near porn situations and
Heavy-
not on the show.
Heavy suggestion.
I mean, we
when
had,
was Jimmy DeMarco
There
here?
was Jimmy DeMarco was just here at Christmas. First
We
of
did
all,
advertise fleshlights for a period.
we had
of time.
Troy Lords without pants on the couch, and we had porn star Michelle James in here. That was not for this show, but it was on the couch where Remedy is right now.
Wait, Sork, who did you have pencils on the couch?
Not Michelle James, the other one, Troy Lords.
Balls hot.
That's right.
His balls were hot.
His balls.
I figure since he was
Yeah, cool him
pantsless,
down.
we actually had to, you know.
It was very.
Give-
I think
give
didn't we
it
say it
proper
several
respect.
times during that show? So,
Balls chilled.
but while we were here before the show and spent a half an hour complaining about the last Transformers movie,
Oh,
not
terrible.
Bumblebee, the other one.
Last
Oh
night.
boy,
The
last night.
Garbage.
Yes.
Oh, last night was terrible.
Somebody just watched it.
Ooh,
Yeah. Sorry.
Who did that to themselves?
Remedy.
Yeah.
Remedy,
Yeah.
are you okay? Are you
Yes.
practicing self-harm?
Show
I
us-
don't like
He's
this.
been
Show us on the doll what part of your soul Michael Bay hurt.
Is everything okay at home?
Yes.
Well, no.
Is Mayhem Missy beating you again? I actually recently, I don't know why it came up, but it was a picture of her with a Santa hat and like, was it a wrench or something?
Mayhaps. I don't
There's
know.
the one where she was like threatening you with implementations of.
That's Thursday nights.
That's Thursday.
I was
night.
gonna
They
say,
all
to me,
just
that's
blur
not-
together
Wow,
now.
yeah. But anyway, somebody came to our door.
Well, they came to the door. We were unaware they were at the door.
Yes.
So then they did a like peek around it through the window, and I made eye contact with
Yeah.
them while I sipped on my coffee.
First mistake.
And yeah.
Sorg,
First
your
mistake.
video froze for me.
Your video froze for me. We'll work on that. Anyways.
So sipping my coffee, I make eye contact with this individual, and she kind of gestures for me to meet her at the door, and that's always, good sign, I guess.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, I'm holding the coffee cup to my mouth so she doesn't see me talking, and I'm like, Sorg, what do I do? Sorg, what do I do?
I think I was trying to tell you to ignore her.
Yeah, and I was like, well, I can't because I'm too nice of a guy. So I walked over to the door, and they were like, do you film Sweet 16 parties? And I was like, I do, but nobody knows about that. Sorg does sports.
With permission? No.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, you said it wasn't porn.
No, jeez.
Yeah. No.
Jeez.
So no, they were looking to employ Sorg services to film somebody's sweet 16 party.
Sidekick Media
because-
Sweet 16.
Sorg, I think we found a whole new revenue stream.
No, we're not. I don't
Sorg-
even
Sorg
a
said
little
no.
bit.
Sorg,
He doesn't want.
I don't even a
He
little
doesn't
bit
want to
want that.
film 16-year-olds. That's
he
what he
doesn't
said.
want that. He doesn't want that on his hard drives or other
Yeah.
hard things. Like
Or other hard things.
there's an earthquake in Sorgatron Media Studios.
trying to fix this camera. There you go. The Shad's here, and
Hello.
we learned that the Google Home does not know. Hey, play Edge's entrance music.
It does not.
Well,
It does
did
not.
you try Hey Play Metalingus?
Well, yeah, we did
Afterwards,
that,
yes.
but not
Oh,
just say,
okay.
"Hey, play Edge's entrance music." That didn't happen.
It was
Oh,
like,
well.
I'm gonna play something from Radiohead.
Yeah. It's like,
Which genuinely, I think Edge would be appalled by.
Yes. Yes.
Yep. So how's 699 episodes of Mayhem Show going, Sword?
I'm still here, baby. That's our. That's our.
Still here, baby.
I'm still here, baby.
So wait, am I the only one rocking the merch?
You are.
Yep.
Yes.
I almost brought my signed shirt from 500.
Oh,
I think it was 500.
500. What do we do for 500? Did we do
I think it
anything
was 500.
significant?
The one where we were at Sharp Edge Bistro.
I was gonna say, wasn't I there for that?
Oh, that was that one?
Third anniversary, I think.
I thought that was third
Maybe it
anniversary.
was.
Those kids.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That came over like Riz. Riz just shared that, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Either way, yeah,
That was
I had
crazy.
everybody sign that shirt. I
Yeah.
still have the shirt.
Hmm.
I have my Raglan.
You,
That I
did you
wore to,
bring the
like,
chest
PodCamp
flexor
too.
pizza?
I did not bring the. No, it has to be kept in pristine conditions, like a museum. I can't just wheel that out willy nilly.
what
It
are
has
they-
to have like I had to pack it all up into these cases, and
What
it's
are,
like a
are those called like hermetic cases or something?
yeah,
like
yeah, climate controlled hermetic cases, like those mummies for what is it, the Mummy Alive exhibits.
that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Chest flexor alive.
The history of chest
Have
flexor.
you put the chest flexor pizza slice in your will? Like
no.
who gets it?
No, I want it to be a surprise, like an artifact. What is this? Is this? This looks like a slice of pizza. It can't be.
Chad unfortunately passes away at some point, and Sorg receives a package in the mail, and it looks like it's.
And
in
then
one
we
of
all
the,
go, "What's in the box? What's in the box?"
It's in one of those like
upon
white.
my death.
It's in one of those white styrofoam like Omaha Steaks containers.
Yeah.
That's packed with dry ice.
They're like,
Please
wait a minute.
open quickly.
Oh, I knew I shouldn't have listened to that Chris Jericho podcast.
When you open it, it says chest flexor has been denied a bank loan.
Oh, there's-
Gotcha.
You know, I feel bad. Ronnie is sick, and is not joining us remotely. He'll be learning so much about the lore. I'm gonna give him a test on
Hey,
this.
you know
Probably
what? He
already
should
knows
be-
it because he's watched it before. As
Sorg, he
last
should
time I
be
was
Oh
watching.
yeah, what's that?
He should be watching.
Yeah, he should be.
Let's
watching.
be fair. I don't care how sick you are. You can sit in
Last-
front of the computer.
Yeah, last time I was on, Ronnie inadvertently realized that he might have been watching the Mayhem show from way before, and had not realized that he was a fan and knew of these things already. What tipped him off? Something we did tipped him off. He goes,
Wait, that's
Wait a minute. "I've seen that before."
Was it
Like,
was it the Manhattan stuff when you talked about throwing a car seat down the stairs?
something. And he goes, "Well, the only place you're ever going to see that is here." And he's like, "What? wait. The call's coming from within the house. What?"
There's, you know
Yeah.
what? And then the more I think about it, like, because he was a referee. I mean, like we were making a DV of Super Indy 10 for like an order or something, and it was on, like, just making sure it works. And he's just like, "Oh wait, this is the last show I refereed for IWC." And also, that's the one that had like El Generico and was like a bunch of fucking dudes, right?
Mhm.
And like Tony Nese, guys like that. Chulo, of course, is all over it. And I'm just like, yeah, I think we knew each other. I'm like, are you sure we knew each other? Like, I'm there and you're there. Like, we're literally in the same shop, but do we know each other? You know,
Probably
no.
not.
No.
Ships passing in the night.
I think I remember in the back of my head this dude coming up and talking to like a group of us. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Apparently, it was Ronnie the whole
And this
time.
guy's like, I'm a big fan of the show.
It's sort of like, fuck you, get away from me, nerd.
We don't have fans.
And he just repressed all of all of knowing Sorg
I'm
deep down inside.
Sorg pulled out that Jimmy DeMarco D battery, just backhanded him with him.
Oh, God, D batteries.
I don't know how to respond. I do have, and maybe she's out there, but I think I've seen her at 2 shows, and she's like, I watch all your stuff on YouTube. I'm just like, I'm presuming she's talking about these shows because I'm at a wrestling show. This would be really weird if she's just a fan of AwesomeCast.
Hey, I know you. Odd.
You like to talk about tech every week.
You're like,
Big
yeah.
veiny tech.
Big veiny tech. We should just go ahead and start the show.
We haven't started already?
No, this is not
Big
the show.
veiny HDMI cords.
Guys.
Plugging into
Hey,
your
you saw the
ports.
trouble I was having with HDMI
Hey,
cords
guys.
before the show. What's up, Mike?
Guys,
Yes.
I found an email.
Give me some of that 1080p.
Oh no.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Right in your
you gonna do this late
1080i.
show? Where you want to do this?
Sword,
Second-
we can do
second
whatever
segment?
you want, is an email from June 26,
Give me the 1080p
2010.
right here, 1080i.
2010.
At
What?
4 o'clock in the morning.
4 o'clock in the morning? Is it from
Yes.
you?
It's not from me, no.
Oh, jeez. You all right over there? What happened?
Then it goes down
Riffing
to
off
720.
No, Sword, you remember, at 4 o'clock in the morning, I was leaving voicemails.
Oh, that's right. What,
I was leaving drunk.
Hold on,
walking
hold
down
on.
The street
Something's.
voicemails.
I don't know what everybody's laughing at.
Just riffing off of the big veiny tech, and so he's like, I'm gonna give you my 1080p right into your 1080i, and watch it shrink down to 720.
What?
It's
damn
tech
it.
talk. Tech talk.
What?
Oh,
So Sorg, do you have any openings for AwesomeCast? I think I'll fit right in.
They do talk about some risque things on AwesomeCast.
they
That's
do.
right.
There's a lot of Pornhub discussion.
Yeah, but not lately. We have the,
Sexy robot. Pornhub connoisseur. Whoa, hey, what?
4 out of my 5 tabbed things.
there's a. You know what?
4 out of my 5 tab thing.
There's a lot of wrestling on there. There's a lot of wrestling on there.
There sure is.
Yes.
4 tabs and
Like,
Wikipedia.
actually, Chad, when you're doing that list of things that you filmed, you got to see what's on Pornhub that you filmed because
Oh.
there's some stuff on there.
Have to do a deep dive.
Yeah. We're like, wait, excuse me, why is Pornhub on your resume, sir?
How is there
Well,
not a
that's
link
right.
in
That's my
Pornhub
stuff, sir.
called-
Was
How
that?
is there not a link in Pornhub called Deep Dive?
There might, there might be.
Feeling lucky?
Sorry, given my extensive research, there is not.
Oh, okay.
No feeling lucky button.
That's usually an ad on the side.
Show me.
Show me potato salad.
Well, there's just
Gotcha, fam.
I talked about before. Oddly, there are like podcasts, like shows like this that just stream the Pornhub, and also they're on Pornhub. It's just like it's weird. It's just like you will just find normal videos that people post.
I guess you have to hustle. I guess you just got to get that hustle. If you have an outlet, stream it.
Okay, so let's do the show. In the interest of
Fairness.
continuity here, I did prepare some videos. There were some friends that. What are you doing? What are you pointing? What are you doing? The Saiyan combination
It's
thing.
been a while since the weekly features have been on.
That's true. This is a pretty big deal. All right, we're gonna get started the show after this.
Discretion is advised.
This show is brought to you by Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza. SliceOnBroadway.com, Indy Wrestling US. Check out IWC, RWA, and more. And listeners like you, support this show at Patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show.
700 Club! 700 Club! Yes! Wrestle Mayhem Show, the Red Ron Hunt here. The one, the only Doc, right here, telling you Welcome to the 700 Club of the Wrestling Mayhem Show. So many things, so many dongles. I don't even know what dongles is, but it sounds nice. It sounds like something they would have on Wrestling Mayhem Show. So many moments of a lot of great people, including Sorg's beautiful face. We have Mrs. Beautiful Face. We even had Jordan Styles. We ain't gonna talk about that. But the thing is, it's a 700 Club. Come on into the party too. Come on into the. I don't even like you, but it's a 700 Club. Come on in here. We're talking the 700 Club, Wrestle Mayhem Show, a place where winners go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a great place to be, and I'm so happy that you decided to join us. Jerk.
I'm glad he likes me.
The Red Sox just made a massive trade.
Oh, really?
It's not going to be smooth, but
They sent Mookie Betts and David Price to the Dodgers.
okay. Enough of that sports ball talk.
No, I'm very happy about
We're
this.
doing
This is
this.
for Yankees fans.
It is the Wrestling Mayhem Show, episode 700. Here. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitter here in the Sorgatron Media Studio here in Pittsburgh, PA, ready to talk some wrestling with you. We have some familiar faces with us on video. But first of all, from the deepest, darkest upstate New York is the only Mayhemer with a future endeavor letter from the WWE, One Mad Mike.
And I'm the only one wearing the merch.
He is the only one wearing the merch. I wore mine a couple days ago.
Merch.
Yours is in a lot better condition than mine. I need to get some new Mayhem shirts.
I probably wear it less often than you do.
By the way, available on ProWrestlingTees.com, by the way. You can get that merch. Yes. Watch out for those flash sales. Also back with us, he was just recently with us on the 14th anniversary show at the beginning of January. Well, we did a thing. We knew this was happening. Chad the Shad, back with us.
Hello.
We're just going to ask you about Edge in the first segment.
That's why I'm here.
And because, come on, like everybody had to check on you on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and also back with us.
The Randy Orton to Chad's Edge.
Mm-hmm. The Randy Orton to Chad's Edge. Doc Remedy is back.
I hear voices in my head that talk to me.
I don't know if you're singing or whimpering this song.
That's how the song goes.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
This is what happens.
Hey.
Yeah, hey, nothing you can say. Catch around, I spin around on this great big stage.
Is that how it goes?
Yeah, that's how I remember it.
Was that Mercy Drive, I think?
Engine bags.
RKO and TVs in my free time.
Hope you are not from the Diva Search, because you will be disgusted watching inside your bag.
Wow.
Yeah, hi, I'm Doc Remedy.
It must be.
Yeah,
It must be the Wrestling Mayhem Show, and it is episode 700.
The 700 Club.
700 Club is strong. I see you guys out in the chat room. Thank you for dropping in with us, and of course, thank you to the Rev Ron Hunt and Doc and Tony Kincaid that we got roped into that intro here on the Wrestling Mayhem Show. We have some people that very thankful. Some of our friends of the show dropped in some a couple words, and we'll be smoking that here throughout the show. Of course, this is the Wrestling Mayhem Show, and as we've done for 700 times, you can check out everything at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. You can email us at that email address.
Good times.
Good times.
At WrestlingMayhemShow.com. Also, 412-206-WMS0. The hotline is open. And, of course, you can tweet us at Mayhem Show, Facebook page and group for Wrestling Mayhem Show. A lot of great discussions happen on the Facebook group. And we're live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern on Facebook Live. A lot of other platforms as well, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube as well. And if you're over there, a lot of the great discussion is happening on the Facebook page, exclusively in the chat, including Alex out in California, Tina up in Seattle, Dave from up north, Xander Gabriel from the Xander Zone, and so many more are dropping in there throughout the night, and you guys can be a part of that discussion. You can subscribe to us on your favorite podcast place or watch the video versions on our Facebook or YouTube page. And also, skip the thing. Thank you to our audio partner, the 405media.com, that for some reason is carrying us right next to Donald Trump coverage every week and playing us every midnight Eastern time. You can catch up on the latest.
A palate cleanser.
A palate cleanser? Okay.
A palate cleanser.
Okay. All right.
I believe we are a palate cleanser located in Kansas.
Okay. And by the way, Brandon, congratulations for the hometown team winning the Super Bowl game on Sunday.
The Super Bowl game.
Yes,
The
and
Super
whatever
Bowl game.
Super Sports Ball.
whatever state you reside.
Whatever The Rock hosted.
Whatever The Rock hosted.
In Topeka, Wyoming, Kansas.
Little Rock.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
Wherever.
I saw an image that said the Chiefs were going to Washington for their celebration, and it was Washington State
There's an area, the area was from Kansas
to
to
Washington.
Washington State.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to the White House.
Go like Starbucks.
But anyways, you can also support us at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show, where we get some extra content, including we were getting dirty with HDMIs. I guess that's the teaser for our pre-show. So with our friends today, so some of the guys are very excited to be receiving that in their inbox, including our friends of the show at the fan of the show level. Bo Diggity! Woo! Ed Burke, Bobby FJ Town, Tina Keys, and Team Hammer Fist. And at the Poppy Club, Bradley Ruthers, Doc Remedy, Dave Ponder, and Kyle Turner, as well as our friends at the...
Patron.
We have 2 managers now for the show. We have
right.
OccupyProWrestling.com, and Ryan Clark has upgraded to the $20 level.
The safety for
thank
the
you.
Steelers?
Well, no, not that guy.
Not
No,
that Ryan Clark.
Not that guy.
It is now.
It is.
I'm gonna tweet it.
Maybe it is.
Ryan Clark
Maybe
from
it
the
is.
formerly
That's who-
from the Steelers. Now
Thanks
a
for
pa-
supporting the show.
Just
Thanks for supporting Link
I'm gonna schedule
at
tweets.
Ryan Clark.
Yeah, scheduling tweets for the next 2 years to
There you
Ryan
go.
Clark.
There you go. That's when he gets to the manager level.
Doc
Right?
Remedy gets stuff done. That's how you interview gladiators. He does it.
That is true.
I'm a patron saint of Wrestling Mayhem.
You
Show.
mean you're a
He's a
Patreon saint?
saint.
No, patrons of Patreon.
Patrons of Patreon.
I'm a patron
Patron.
of what
Yeah,
Wrestling
sorry,
Mayhem Show
that
is
reminds me. I need to put in my my Patreon bid.
Yes, you gotta get your Patreon in the bank. You do get perks in the Mayhem Mania.
popping all these peas into the microphone.
Wait till we get to the slice ad.
Just pissing everything away.
Patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. So since I know we talked about this last week, but we have to. Are you raising your hand?
Question. Question.
Because I don't want to traipse all over your talking,
raising your
but I
hand?
need to know if you need a drink of water.
Why?
Because the last time I was here, you didn't read all that bullshit to start a show off.
I don't.
I don't remember it.
I've been doing that for several years at this point.
Well, it's
How long has it been?
A long time.
You've
I
been,
was
like,
in your
last
upstairs
year.
bedroom
Yeah, but
the last time.
Well, you've been here.
No, never.
You,
No, never.
What?
No, I was never in your basement with
We've all been
with the mayhem missing all those for all those
yeah.
episodes.
The
No, I
time.
haven't been in here.
No, you've been in here.
No, never.
You have not done a show with us in the last 2 years.
Nope.
I was gonna say I don't think he has.
What?
I have.
You have.
Yeah, I know Chad has, but
I
I
have
don't think
not.
I don't think
He has
Remedy-
been here.
I've been here.
You
but
have been here,
I've been here.
but for Wrestle Kingdom.
Yes. Where I fell asleep
Wrestle-
during the marquee match.
Wrestle nap.
Wrestle nap.
Wrestle that.
By the way,
Wrestle nap at the
Remedy,
end of the show.
Tina's admiring your chain.
Oh, thank you.
You stole that
So-
from Optimus for
Yeah, I
one
did.
thing.
From Optimus's
Well-
dead cold body.
Yeah, right? Because of the shitty movie. So I stole his chain from him for costing me a night of sleep.
A last night of sleep.
Yeah, right? Oh, fucking that movie.
Where did the sword go? I don't know.
Plot device.
Plot hole.
Oh, we're not getting this. Is like a half an hour before the show. We're not doing this again. No, I wanted to bring
May or
up.
may not be on the gold edition.
Maybe I can't remember what was where anymore. I can't remember that you were not in the studio for this.
Do you need that drink?
Do I need a drink?
Yeah,
I do.
you say a lot.
I got coffee over
you say
here.
so much.
Yes. I gotta say all the things. You gotta cover all the bases. And
The
say,
hustle, baby.
And you gotta thank.
You missed Ustream.
we
You missed
don't do
Talk
that.
Shoe.
They're not
you
around.
missed Blogspot.
No, listen.
Sort
You
of
know,
like I've killed them. I've
You
put them
know.
into the ground. They are tombstones in my
I
backyard.
had a very frank conversation with the new CEO of TalkShoe last
Is his
year.
name Frank?
Could be.
Frank Talk with Frank.
No.
Frank Shoe.
It's the
Sounds
guy-
like a new
it's the
show
guy
at
that-
Sorgatron Media.
It's the guy that bought TalkShoe,
Okay.
who was not local because they were a very local company.
Frank
We
Sneaker.
met them. What?
His name is Frank Sneaker.
TalkShoe was our host for a long, long time, and some of you may remember that tone at the beginning of every one of our shows.
Boom, 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 boom.
TalkShoe.
It's something like that, yeah.
Recorded live. Yes. So, I mean, that was a thing for a while.
But then you lost everything.
But also, for about 10 years of the show, we did not pay for hosting. So, I mean, it kind of worked out in the end,
No,
right?
you paid.
That's how, yeah, we
You
wink, wink.
paid. Wink.
Well,
Wink,
well,
wink.
I'm glad we got off of them when we did because they saw fit to have a server error and delete everybody's content.
No.
Yes.
Oh,
so,
lovely.
so that was fantastic. So I was like, hey, I was down with staying with you guys.
Sometime you gotta
but,
resole the shoe.
Yeah.
You can't keep any of that old stuff.
No, the guy who bought TalkShoe is Frank Cobbler.
No, Frank Cobbler. You gotta resole that shoe and put some new laces on her and clean her up.
Condition some new leather.
Bam. Cobbled.
Sorry.
So-
Anyway.
I should have called in on Skype just to be nostalgic for this.
I think that works a lot better than it
Wait.
used to, actually.
Google hasn't killed it yet, have they?
No, they haven't. We're still on Google Hangout. So
Well,
that's
I
what I
thought they
mean.
killed Google Hangouts.
Well, they killed parts of it, and some of it was like still zombieing out, and this part still works. It's
I
getting less.
missed the Google Hangout part where we could put in sound effects.
Yeah, I don't miss that part at all. So
Go ahead.
yeah, it was, but no, yeah, that's why I bought this too expensive soundboard for one day when Hangout goes away, and I have to go back to multiple computers for multiple people to come in. We'll probably get there at some point, but so. Jeez. So 700 episodes. Again, Remedy, you were.
That's a lot of Tuesdays.
That's a
So
lot of.
Edge had
and
the
a few
live
other ones.
celebration
Somewhere around
live.
700.
Yeah, I'll
Give or
be.
take.
I'll just. You know what? It's so great that episode 700 happens now in the second coming of Edge. Because the
the first
very
episode
first
happened
episode
after
was
the
about the
first
live
coming of
sex
Edge.
celebration.
That's right.
The first coming of Edge.
The
So-
first coming of Edge.
So this is WMS AE.
AE.
Eight after Edge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mayhem After Earth.
Oof.
Alter
No.
Edge.
Alter
Alter
Edge.
Yep. Can you believe it?
Yes.
Can you believe it? Hall
Uh,
of Famer.
he's got the
Edge,
shirt.
Edge
There
got,
he is.
Edge got one more match before Christian did.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
I heard
one more podcast.
I heard rumors that Chris is going to be a part of this storyline.
Has to be, right?
Yeah.
It has to be.
I mean, if John Cena's dad gets punted in the head by Randy Orton, then Christian can get pulled over the barricade and punted in the head too.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
What is Christian? What was he out with when he retired? It's not a neck, is it?
They were never really too specific about it.
Yeah, he just
No.
kind of was like, "Woo."
Like, well, guys, I'm out.
Yeah. He's like, well, you
I
know,
guess.
And Orton's going to attack Beth on NXT at some point, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I
that's
assume
it.
so.
I at least expect him to show up and creepily like apologize for being there.
Yeah.
That's his like thing. Like,
Okay.
"Oh, man, I don't really want to be here.
I'm waiting for him
I'm
to come.
sorry, but
Next week he's gonna come out and be like, it's just the IED flaring back up again." Remember when he had IED for a while?
What was
The intermittent explosive disorder or whatever they
that? Was
called
that what
it?
they called it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Where he would just like snap out and just RKO people at random.
oh. That's
Because I think we made
yeah.
a joke that it was like intermittent explosive diarrhea. Because
bring out the gym bags.
yes. Oh, back to it.
Maybe he's going back into legend killer status.
Yeah, but then he'd have to RKO himself.
Well, he's not a Hall of Famer though. Once you
No.
get in the Hall of Fame, you're fair game to
Look
be
out, Bret Hart.
RKO'd and destroyed.
The
So,
next-
So Christian is safe.
Oh.
But look out, Bret Hart at the next Hall of Fame. It
Yeah.
won't be a fan. It'll be Randy Orton.
You son of a bitch.
Are the Dudleys in?
Yeah.
The Hardys are not.
No.
Hardys
yeah.
are not. in.
So half of the TLC match
Correct.
is in the Hall of Fame.
Minus Edge, Spike, and Rhino. Yeah.
Well, I mean the actual.
Oh, the first one.
Oh, Lita's in there too.
Yeah.
So less
Oh,
than half
Lita
if you
is in
count
the
that.
Hall of Fame?
But
Lita,
out of the 6 individuals.
isn't she?
Did
Yeah.
she go in?
Lita's
Yes.
in the Hall of Fame. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lita's in the Hall
Yeah.
of Fame.
Yeah.
Out of the 6
is, man.
participants,
Yeah.
Trish inducted her.
half of them
Mm-hmm.
are in.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So how you feeling? How you feeling, Chad?
Rejuvenated.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was the reaction when it went down?
Like, you hope for things to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear the rumors and you just don't want to be let down. So I had I just was like, you know what? I'm not even
Did you see-
hyping myself up. for
Even
it.
when he had the picture of him looking at his gear bag.
Yeah, I mean, I get excited.
Yeah.
But going into the pay-per-view, I was like, I can't do this to myself because, like, no. So I just kind of blocked it out of my mind and just like, yeah, let's just enjoy this. It was a very good Rumble. I enjoyed, I think, all of it.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, it just happened. I was like, get the hell out of here. I was like, it's actually happening. I'm like, man, he looks pretty good. And then he just, what I assume, it gave Dolph a very good handshake off camera because I didn't get to see him get into the ring. So I assume they met and gave vigorous handshakes to each other. And then Dolph just fell down out of excitement. And then Edge was standing in the ring ready to spear the other people who were not fans of his. So I think that's what happened. I don't know.
Kevin Dunn strikes again.
Kevin Dunn did us real dirty.
Yeah.
With the entrance, too, because they're like, hey, look, there he is. And Edge runs to the left. And let's just fucking point the camera into the crowd. And then come back to an empty ramp because he's run the other way.
Listen,
because you're too slow.
WWE has always been very tight. And I remember 10 years ago, Raven saying, oh, it's not as tight as it used to be. It feels like it's...
Oh, God, Sorg.
It feels like a hallway.
Spear.
The
Anyways,
the
the
tightest.
production
Tightest
of the
tightest-
Royal Rumble
Tightest O'Neil.
feels like... What are you doing with
No,
your hands?
it's
Diamond cutter, bang.
It's not just the Royal Rumble. It has been for
Yeah.
a few years now.
I don't know if it's just they're rolling new people in that aren't as capable or something.
No, I think it's Kevin Dunn just can't do it anymore.
Really?
I honestly think that because from what I heard, he was the main. He was calling the shots for the Rumble,
Yeah.
and like
And there's no way he's doing everything at this point. Like he's not doing NXT,
no,
right? Like these
no.
gotta be they gotta be cycling in.
But you'll
somebody
see
new.
like the big pay-per-views, you'll see them miss spots.
Yeah.
Or miss big things. I just think he doesn't. I don't know. I just think he's not as
Like I know it's
up
just with
to stuff.
with AEW, it feels like whoever's directing that can't keep up with the matches.
Yeah.
With 6-man flipping over the top rope on every corner, they don't know, just don't know where to go, and they feel like they're missing big stuff, right? And yeah, we can be judgmental, but like it's WWE, their shit is locked down, right? Like, and they're not doing super crazy stuff. Like literally, this was just get some fan reactions. Edge is gonna come in the ring and spear somebody, and we messed it up.
Yeah, and you missed
Yeah,
2/3 of it.
yeah, it's not like
you didn't even see. You got him coming up.
yeah.
He went off to the side. You missed it.
Mm.
He ran to the other side. You were too slow and caught the main ramp with just smoke and nothing. Not even like his jacket.
And production is hard. I get it. Believe me, I get it.
Yeah,
But
after you've done it for so many years and how many cameras you have,
and I don't know.
you should be able to.
I don't know what that is like to direct a show at that scale. Like we do 3 cameras, and that gets tough from time to time.
Yeah.
And I could not imagine what that is like to do that, know which one to pick.
Yeah,
the
They
director.
have at least 12 to 16 cameras going in.
Yeah,
any
But
day.
some of those are pretty steady. Like, your hard
Right,
cam.
right,
and
right.
you know, and I'm sure it's just like sports, whereas you would say you are filming Lesnar.
Mm-hmm.
You're Lesnar all the time. That's your job. You get close-ups of Lesnar, and you get close-ups of whoever. And they all have headsets and stuff, so you should be able to. So really, like, if there's an entrance like that, you should have maybe 5 cameras. Like
think?
one down the ramp, one on the side, your big crane.
Maybe they just didn't account for how amped up he was going to be.
Well, and also, I think one thing I was noticing, I don't think you ever saw anybody step up out of the dugout. Right? Like, it was a very, and I think there was a lot of movement for that. This is where we get. Well, why is Matt not here for this conversation? Because I'm sure he's loving this.
And
but
just something else that just from like I don't know the way to describe it, but like an end product that it seems more and more WWE is focused on what they're going to use for their video package. So missing the shot of him coming out of the dugout, having the camera.
But they have all that.
Yeah, they released like you said, they released the shot.
Yeah, they had
the guy on the corner of the post and the ramp. And he filmed the whole thing.
Yeah,
and
but I said when they're live switching that they're wanting to be able to get, and I don't know whether it's because you can speak to this, Sword, because you do live switching all the time. But is it easier to when you're putting packages together that it's like, okay, here's the audience reaction, and that's why they do the live cut then, because they could get it and it's spliced in.
Again, they are at this point, like, when they do a show, every one of those cameras is getting recorded somewhere. So you can follow all that, like what they do with the Edge thing, where they're like, hey, here's another cut of him coming to the ring, and that had to have been a reaction to, like, this was your biggest moment of the night.
We missed it,
and everybody.
I think it was just a switching error.
And it is, and you can get screwed up. I mean, I'll sit here and do shows, and like there'll be like one point near the end of a show where like I just confuse buttons, and you saw my desktop on this computer over here for some reason. It just happened at the Super Bowl brunch the other day, right? Yeah. Or even on those wrestling shows where I'll just get turned around kind of on what's going on, throw the wrong shot up, or whatever the case may be, or somebody's trying to talk to me or something, right? And again, at scale,
Hey guys, I hate to cut off this Edge discussion. Vimmel is in the chat room.
Get the fuck out of here.
Hello, sir.
The first visitor.
Hello, sir.
Big V.
Wait, I don't remember him having a hand sign.
He does now.
He does now.
Vimmelnomics.
It's 2020. Everybody's got hand signs.
Yeah, everybody does shit.
There you go.
There's yours, Vimmel. Do that next time you enter the OR. You
Watch
still a doctor? I assume you're still a doctor.
Was he a surgical doctor?
I don't know. I apologize if I offended you. I did buy a new car to come pick you up at the airport, so.
There you go. Got to come see the new studio, the new digs. I mean, we got so much space now.
Vimmel and I should come at the same time. We both get there.
I'm not advocating you to spend a bunch of money on a flight to come to the United States, though, because you might not get home.
What?
What the fuck? Times are strange in this country. We're just watching out for our friends.
That is true.
You never know when the
true.
border is gonna just burn for you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is good. So, anyways,
good to see you, Vim.
Good to see you there in the chat.
Thanks.
He says yes, he was, but now he's a generalist. Is that like a?
Is that like the
Leader
mentalist, but for
No,
generals?
I think that's like a PP, like your
A PP.
No, your PPC, your primary care doctor, or
PCP.
Something. Yes.
Yeah.
He
Primary
leads
care
armies.
physician.
I think you're missing all
Generalist.
of it.
He's a general.
He's a general. He leads an army of practitioners against war, against diseases, and general injuries.
As soon as you said that, for whatever reason, and it's terrible, but Osmosis Jones came to mind.
Oh no,
the animated Chris Rock movie.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He says he'll only come over if he can sleep in the studio on this nice couch right here. I mean, if it's good enough for porn stars and politicians and that one guy from Rookie of the Year.
It's good enough for you.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I mean, he was the Rookie of the Year. I mean, he was the main guy, and he was in American Pie.
So this is where the Mayhem Show of old comes into play right now.
Okay,
This
all right.
literally is the Daily Show's couch.
Yeah.
What?
Like,
Yeah.
I think that guy may have been on the Daily Show.
John Oliver slept here.
Yeah,
Sure,
this,
but no,
this
that-
purple couch is from the set of the Daily Show with Jon
I
Stewart.
technically was on the Daily Show.
Okay.
No, I technically was. I was in the background of a shot they did.
Oh, you were. They were doing like a
And-
shoot. And
I, by the same rules, I was on an episode of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
so was Norm Connors.
I was sitting on the back back row.
And I was
In the audience.
technically on several episodes of Lucha Underground.
There you go.
We're playing this game.
What TV show have you been on, Doc Remedy? You've been on. You've been walking
Well,
inadvertently in the background of some television show, like we all have been apparently.
Everything I've been on is on Cinemax.
Skinemax.
You can see it from 3:30 to 4:30.
A.M.
just go to Max After Dark.
He says, Vimo says, I see more PPs than I'd like.
I mean,
That little hang
yeah,
down.
it makes sense.
Generally,
I think on that note, it's time for us to take our first break. Give a shout out. First of all, a lot of indie wrestling out there these days, and a lot of it over at IndieWrestling.us network, including you might find a Doc Remedy in the audience at the last Prospect Pro show.
that's true. You would find him.
You can, because I was editing the show, and I'm like, oh, there he is, peeking over. There he is, making a cameo.
You can
But-
also find him
hear-
putting over Logan Shula.
You can also, well, that's not on the network. That's actually on the IndieWrestling.us YouTube. Just look up a David Demera, Dimerra. Did I get that right?
Nope.
No, one
Nope.
R. One R. Damn it.
R sword,
Damn it.
come
Somebody
on.
dropped your name earlier in the
Did
chat.
I
and
get
think
that
they,
right?
I thought I was going off that. No, they spelled it wrong. Roden got it. Your former tag team partner, John Roden, by the way.
Yeah. John
So-
Rowe. He gave me a wink and a nod
Yeah.
at 2PW. And if you listen really closely, you'll hear Super Hentai call me by my government name.
Your government.
And it's not vulgar.
Yeah. Anyways, if you want to go check out what's going on in the indies, between, of course, Prospect Pro Wrestling Rise with a Y, who has another show this week, but of course the great match between Lee Moriarty and Jason Kincaid
Filmed
from their
by me.
Baldwin debut by one. Chad the Shad getting all the angles on there. Also Matt Collins.
I will
was there.
also be at Rise this weekend.
Funny.
Yeah, you'll be hanging with Damien on that show. Riz will be there on the Slang and DVDs. Slang, that's right.
Slanging
Slanging the
D's.
DVDs.
Slanging D's.
There you go. There you go. And now-
Swinging D?
D's with
Slanging the
BDs.
a lot of, I say, just this weekend we'll be again filming Rise as well as Black Diamond Wrestling. Oh, I think there's a mainstream Matt rolling in here.
Somebody's intruding.
Do you? No,
Get him,
we
Jimmy
don't-
Vegas,
we
get
don't
him.
do Sweet 16 parties. I told you already. Damn it.
Stranger danger.
You
stranger
can,
Go check
get
it
that
out.
at
$5.99 a month, 7-day free trial. Check out all the wrestling action as well as Wrestle Rick and Tony, as well as Women with Waffles and the Hardcore Memories with Duke and Doe, and so much more. Thank you. Breakfast with Champions as well. So go check it out. IndieWrestling.us, IndieWrestling.network. Now, hey, we got a few more messages. First off, with Lee Moriarty and Jordan Styles, and we'll be back after this. And I want to set up Matt's microphone, and you guys are going to watch this.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am the successful St. Jordan Styles, and I am here to offer up, well, a rare congratulations for the Wrestling Mayhem Show. The 700 Club is a fantastic achievement. I know that I had the opportunity to be a part of several of your shows, and I want to say from one media person to another, well done. So, nothing but more success, and, well, who knows? Maybe one day you guys will win an Emmy of your own. So congratulations, continue showing me, and above all else, remain simply better.
It might be still on my wall. We're touching that.
Where it belongs.
Are you,
Displayed.
what are you doing? What are you doing? Just wandering around with pizza.
Needs to wipe the whiteboard off.
By the sink. By the sink. I'm going to set up his, so Doc Remedy,
Yeah.
entertain.
Oh boy.
Doug Remedy, take it away.
pressure.
Send your emails to.
Yeah. If you have any questions or emails, please send them to Sorg Sidekick Sweet 16 at WrestlingMayhemShow.com.
No.
Sidekick Sorg Sweet 16.
Sorg Sweet Sidekick Sweet Sidekick Sorg 16 mayhemshow.com.
SSSS.
Welcome to Late Nights with Doc Remedy.
As he, I'll just narrate what you did. As he stares longingly into the camera, he looks out into the crowd and gives a important line of dialogue.
You can find me at Wrestling Mayhem Show Twitch from 3 to 4 a.m. where I will stream shirtless, playing Sims.
Playing Divinity Sin or something. No.
Divinity Original Sin.
Playing Divinity Original Sin.
Okay.
Playing Roblox.
Yes, with the new Roblox porn that's on kids' YouTube or something like that.
Really?
And then
Oh,
Worms
I better
Armageddon.
police that. My kid's been playing the Roblox. So.
I think they cracked down on the kids one, right?
I
Like,
assume so.
I thought
it was
because there was
that are just leaking it in there.
Yeah.
somehow.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Because Creebo's that's what
Those
Creebo's
damn
do.
leakers.
Oh, I was gonna say this before, and are we live or not live?
we're
or am I
live.
entertaining
We're
still?
live-ish.
We'll do it live.
We're live, pal.
What pisses me off, like, so the whole Edge thing, like, I just truly hate the internet culture of today, because how amazing would the Edge surprise have been had there were no rumblings whatsoever from the dirt sheets that he was making its way back? Because, I mean, what was it, 3 weeks before the Rumble, you saw headlines that, like, oh, Edge is in Pittsburgh, probably meeting with that doctor, and it's like,
Yeah.
come on, just let things happen. Because I see the same thing with video games a lot of times, when, like, the Resident Evil 3 thing that got leaked a week before it was announced. Like, it would have been megaton bomb explosive had it been announced without any leaks. And so the Edge thing, like,
that's an epic shot of Matt, by the way.
that is a good
I
shot.
look so
Yeah.
fucking old.
I thought he was gonna go. I look so fucking good.
Hey, Trey.
Fucking majestic.
You're welcome, Mayhem.
I wish I
fans.
aged as gracefully as this show did.
We just bring the youngins like Ronnie Starks in to
The children
R-Truth Velveteen Dream interaction. Ooh,
That sounds good.
do what?
ASMR
Where?
with Doc. Talk to me, Matt, so I can get.
Hi, how are you?
Let me go. Let me
The
get.
state of our nation is strong.
Oh yeah, that shit show is on the
There's something going on when my wife is like, I'm like, oh, what are you sighing about? Oh, our nation falling apart. I'm like, oh, why is that? And I'm like, she read me the thing. I'm like, I didn't think that.
Because we can't even freaking caucus anymore
I
correctly.
didn't know. She was.
How was Trump's promo on the country tonight?
I didn't watch it.
Oh, was that tonight?
We'll catch the
Yeah.
catch the highlights in the morning.
Yeah, I'll catch the.
You wonder why I warned Vimmel not to come to the fucking country.
You know what? Maybe we'll come to you.
Although,
But like, hey, how
although-
you do? How's that? Let us know how that Brexit thing is
That's
going.
right. They
Say-
got Brexit.
Listen,
God
do your
damn it.
Brexit. Do your Brexit. We'll compare notes, and we'll see where we're relocating the Mayhem Show.
Move to Belgium. It's fantastic. Beer is I didn't meet a beer I didn't
didn't?
not meet a beer I didn't like. Yeah.
Is
I
that
loved
right?
all the beer in Belgium.
He loved it all.
All the Belgian beer.
The Belgian
I
beer.
was a fan of the Thailand beer. It was
International
a
Mayhem Show.
Yes,
the Thailand beer.
the Thailand beer. It's
What is it?
it has an elephant on it.
Is that no, not delirium.
No.
I was like, that's a Belgian beer.
Whatever one he took the body shot off a chest flexor.
Okay.
Well, there one that I accidentally, thanks to the language barrier, ordered an extra bucket of before we left the hotel for the plane. That was.
I hope you drank them all.
Well, yes, because
Fucking
I
right.
had to. I'm like,
Yeah,
well,
no
I paid
alcohol
for
abuse.
these.
Yeah, right.
I mean, geez, I'm like, I got a 13-hour flight. 5 then 13-hour flight. I'm like, fuck this.
I'm gonna
So
sleep.
I
Sort's
think
gonna sleep on.
I
Sort's gonna sleep on a goddamn plane.
it was the first time I slept on a plane
Oh, wow, there you go.
because I
Have
had
you slept on many a
I
plane
had
since?
fucking nothing left. I had nothing
Well,
left.
I mean, to try and keep up with chest flexor, it takes a lot of stamina
After 10 days in Thailand
with chest flexor
with chest flexor and
and all the
gender,
lady boys.
and yes, I did not go to the Lady Boy show though.
That's not what I heard.
I didn't go to, no, you're thinking of the ping pong show. That is not something we're going to discuss on the internet.
No, but Chess Flexor told me you went to the Ladyboy show.
I did not go to the Ladyboy show.
That's not what I heard.
That's
I
not
didn't.
what
I didn't
heard.
want you, but it's untrue.
That's not what I heard.
I didn't go there. I didn't go to
Chess,
Thai
are you calling
boxing.
Chess Flexor a liar?
Chess
Are you
Flexor
kidding
does
me right
not
now?
lie.
Are you kidding me?
He
right
may
now?
be
not
denied bank
besmirch.
loans, but he is not denied truths.
Do not besmirch the good name of Chess Flexor.
That's right. Pasta Deathmatch King. Actually, I don't think he won those matches.
I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't. Pasta Death. How did that go? I've never watched any of the videos. How did the Pasta Death match go?
I might gift you a subscription to go watch
We still
that.
need a Taipei Pan match.
Yes.
Taipei Penne.
Oh, explain it, Mike. He's
Oh, boy. Okay, so I always say it should be the spiritual sequel to the Pasta Death match.
Mhm.
Basically, you take a whole bunch of broken up spaghetti.
Mhm.
You dip your hand in marinara sauce. And then you dip your hands in the broken up spaghetti.
You have to wrap your hands first.
No.
No.
No. No.
No.
But I'm saying you wrap your hands in fresh mozzarella. And then dip them in the
Okay,
sauce.
how about this?
and then in the
You
noodle.
wrap your hands in lasagna noodles.
Or
That- that is
cheesecloth.
the
Cheesecloth.
Cheesecloth. That's a good one.
Okay,
Yeah,
cheesecloth. That was-
cheesecloth.
I'm told that I need to go to Drag Bingo to make up for the Ladyboys. I mean, I saw Ladyboys, but I didn't see the show put on by the Ladyboys.
He got the private
Unless-
viewing
Oh,
experience.
so he's changing this.
Unless that cultural
Chess
dance,
Flexor is the liar, but
Unless-
Sword's over here changing truths.
unless the cultural dancing dinner show that we went to was not what I thought it was.
Chess Flexor doesn't lie.
No.
Upper body bender
He
may
kept
lie.
he kept telling the bubble bath massage salesman that it was my birthday, and it was definitely not my birthday in December. Okay, so
I would have remembered.
But Sorg, you can tell anyone that doesn't know you it's your birthday.
Especially if
time.
you're in a different country.
Mm-hmm.
jeez. All right, this is just segment 2. We're not at Mayhem Mania yet. Okay,
We're not in
Damn it.
part 2.
We're not even doing the
minutes.
show yet. No, this is segment 2.
It's my birthday every time I go to the strip club.
Hello.
It's the Mayhem. We're still rolling here. We got Mainstream Matt has just jumped in here. He's preparing for a Mayhem Mania later in the show. The board's getting ready. The wheel is there. You got a nice close up of the wheel this time, so we're good to go. Yeah, it's gonna be real good.
Yeah, that's a shot like you're like that reporter off to the side. We're like checking in. He's like, I'm working on stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll get back to him.
Over there,
Yeah, it's like,
preparing the weather is Lou over there.
And with the
So-
weather, we have Matt. How's the weather,
It's
Matt?
Groundhog Day.
It's fucking raining. Or what was the
Forecast's
Family
not
Guy?
ready yet.
Go
Forecast's
rain.
not ready yet.
Yeah. How's the weather, Ollie? It's gonna rain.
Thanks, Ali.
But
It's
anyways,
raining sideways.
we did have a question. We had a question before he gets off because it's 3 a.m. Wait, I think there. I see. It's nice to see you guys. I think it's 3 a.m. in London. He says. What happened to the Pirate Championship?
The Pirate Ship Championship.
Pirate Ship Championship, which I believe, Chad, you found didn't you, or both of you found that in a parking lot somewhere?
The the history of the Pirate Ship Championship is pretty murky.
As you would expect it to be.
What?
I
Honestly,
don't know
should
where
be
we got
back
it.
to WrestleMania Pirate.
I swear you found it like just in a parking lot because you can see the scuff marks that it's been like
It
was like dropped on concrete. I'm pretty sure it's still in the same room,
probably
and I'm
is.
pretty sure there's still a Legion of Doom figure
That was
hang,
what,
and Shark Boy hang out.
2 or 3?
That was Studio 2. This would be Studio 4. Now we've figured 3 several times.
Correct.
So I only count Mayhem Studios as a whole there,
Yeah.
and I don't know if we gave a name to the upstairs studio.
So in Studio 1, those fist bumping there.
Are you
No.
fist bumping? Is that what's happening?
I was going for it.
No.
He just
pumping.
looked at me and was just like,
Yes.
Oh, fist pumping.
Studio
Them
1.
fifty doesn't-
It was-
I remember Studio 1 was Sorg at his PC, which was adjacent to Lunchbox's PC, and it was like
Was it?
tube monitors,
Right.
and they were like old old school like school desks with like metal drawers and shit.
Which we still have because those are the ones we got from like an old job. That's the one we used until we moved out. It's still there.
And then there was a not a couch. What was the into a bed?
The futon, the wooden futon.
The wooden futon was against the wall, and so that's where Steam Machine, myself, and Chad would sit.
And I believe we had 2 PC mics.
Yeah, with the little like plastic stick mics that were
a
just,
little plastic, like $15 at Radio Shack because high end.
And we had to yell, like, because that's where the infamous Steam Machine rant, was him yelling and just because that's how you got picked up on the microphones.
We yelled a lot
because that was.
Shows.
I forgot a platform that Wrestling Mayhem Show was on. Wrestling Mayhem Show originated on westernpajugglerradio.com.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Old school plug. I don't forget. Like an elephant up here, motherfucker.
We brought our tag titles there. We had a good time.
Tag titles, yeah.
Sorg, I have a question.
Yes.
What was the Western PA Juggalo Radio?
Well, it was the shoutcast radio we did for westernpajuggalos.com. It was Juggalo Radio. We had affiliations with PA Juggalos and Toxic Radio, who is still running today, by the way. I believe they've become more of a podcast platform. And this was around 2005 we were doing the streaming, and we were not legal.
So is this terrestrial?
No. This is Shoutcast. Do you remember Winamp? No? Anybody remember Winamp?
Yeah,
you
Winamp,
could.
Yeah,
it was like a pretty common audio player.
Like an audio player
on
with
PCs.
all the skins.
Yeah, you could get skins.
PC.
Like the one file it was like Winamp. It really kicks the llama's ass.
I don't remember. I don't
Oh,
remember
you
that.
No.
But there was like equalizers. On
Yeah,
the,
it was pretty good. It was the
little-
best way
Yeah.
to play all your MP3s that you downloaded off of Kazaa and Napster. So
Yeah.
LimeWire.
LimeWire, yeah.
LimeWire.
Whatever your
Frostwire.
Frostwire, was that one?
That was one. It was for like a month.
Linkin Park in the end, where it's like capital I, lowercase n, capital E.
Well, you always got a
And
glitch
it
at
was
the end.
with
and
underscores separated.
And it
Yeah.
wasn't the song.
No. it was Justin Timberlake for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Heather
so
Brooke.
this was you could at certain points. So you would set up, I believe, through Winamp, if I recall, and you would broadcast to a server somewhere that somebody had set up somewhere. Was how we first started, and then we decided to do our own, which was a computer, much like that streaming computer beside you is always streaming the Indy Wrestling US to Twitch, except for when we're on right now. This would be a computer that sat beside, and it would just stream all the time radio of, I think it was probably just ICP songs, because it was Juggalo Radio, or actually because we were also doing rapping stuff at the end, so it would be Basic Sickness, it would be, and a lot of the other
Rap,
vocals,
yeah.
Juggalo Sauce Guys,
Sick.
No Clue Crew, Whitney Payton, who actually has won a Grammy since. I talked to her a couple of years ago.
Who were the other guys? Not Basic Sickness.
I work with Basic Sickness.
Yes.
Who were they?
By the way, Basic Sickness is on Spotify and everything now. He re-released a lot of his old albums, so go check that out.
He is the budget director.
Shh, kayfabe.
Yeah.
Wait
Not
a
where,
second.
but
Wait
he
a
is.
second. I
yeah.
have a question.
Yes.
He is, yeah.
Basic Sickness is one guy.
Yeah, he had a band, but I mean, it's
Okay.
mostly one guy.
Okay, so
I mean,
it was
he-
like a band.
He was like a guy with a band, kind of like Kid Rock had a band for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
For a second, I thought it was just like one dude, like
Yeah,
playing
he's-
all the
he-
instruments.
he was
Like
a
Papa
rapper.
Roach.
Yeah, he's like Papa Roach.
Wait, Papa Roach is
no,
one
no,
guy.
no.
Papa Roach is
Well,
one guy.
depends on who you ask. If you ask Mayhem Missy, Papa Roach is one guy. My wife thought Papa Roach was one guy for the longest time.
Yeah, that's Roach. Papa Roach.
Yeah, Father Roach.
So if you click the link and you load a WPAJ radio on your Winamp, because I think that's the only place you could listen to it on your computer, because it was 2005. Remind you, we didn't have iPhones yet. What's that?
Aught 5.
In Aught 5.
Back when we still
Back
lived in
the
caves.
That's right. Basements and caves. So we could manage if you listened, you were listening a stream directly from that computer, and we could have 12 listeners before we had problems with connection.
I forgot about
Yeah.
the 12 listener limit.
And when we were live with then we said, hey, let's try doing a wrestling show after Mondays. Hey, there's this thing called podcasting. Maybe more than the 12 people can listen to us potentially. And then
Sorg invented podcasting.
and then
I believe that.
At least in
no,
Pittsburgh.
no.
Yeah.
Then we did that, and we're like, we still want to do live since we were doing the radio. That's why we've always done live. And we would we made a AOL chat room.
Wow.
On AOL Instant Messenger. We weren't on AOL. Like we had the Comcast or something.
Yeah.
And that's how we would communicate during the show.
That and smoke signals.
And that's how the audience started with us. And we had a feud because the only competition we had on whatever server that was for the first 6 months before it got bought and shut down. So before we went to TalkShoe. Was that kid with the Disney podcast?
Oh my God!
Man. We used to lay into that kid. Ah, boy.
Oh, I forgot about that.
This kid had like a.
This is 2006, by the way.
I completely forgot about
yes.
those transgressions against that poor Disney kid. This kid's probably like just was happy about talking Disney, just filling time, and we were unkind.
And now, 700 episodes later, we fill time by talking about Disney.
Yeah, that's true. We've become the Disney podcast.
Well, that's what, and I mean, the kid obviously, I guarantee, had no idea that like Mayhem Show existed.
Hope not.
And that Mayhem Show existed, and that we were talking so much shit on him. Like,
no
idea it existed.
There's no reason.
It was literally us just screaming into a void.
All this was strung together with MySpace.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what it came from.
Wrestling Mayhem Show
This
is
is
built.
this is like the equivalent
that-
of like I used to have to walk uphill both ways to school.
Oh, dude,
when you're talking to like the new podcasters today, and you're
the
like,
new
son, in my day.
podcasters have it so easy.
Yeah.
So easy. It's literally like, that's why when I get heated, if you ever heard me at PodCamp, when somebody's like, how do I get started on a podcast? And I hold this up like, talking to this and hit record.
Sort of goes,
Because you don't realize what I had to do. What I had to do back in the day
So it's
for,
like-
for
so
5
it's like-
people to listen to me.
Step 1, go fuck yourself. Step 2, when you're done doing that,
I had to stream both ways uphill with minimal
There's
bandwidth.
And that is actually a good definition of what Shoutcast server on Comcast in 2006 was like.
Streaming uphill both ways.
Because the problem was you had a good download of like 3 megs at the time was glorious, but the upload was still like 756 maybe. So that was the problem because we were streaming outwards, of course.
in other words, the Mayhem Show's 700 episodes are mixed. The foundation that was poured is a lot of dead bodies in that concrete.
It's like Hoover
A
Dam.
lot of skeletons in that concrete. A lot of mob hits just tossed in there, and
It's a miracle you were even able to do it. Really, it
It
sounds
kind
like
of
a
is.
miracle.
It kind of is.
I mean, from what I understand, because I came in, 5 episodes after it had started, because Chad knew Lunchbox, and Lunchbox knew Will, or Lunchbox knew
I
Will.
hope so.
Lunchbox's knew Sorg, and Chad was like, hey, we talk about wrestling on Tuesday. You want to come hang out and talk about wrestling? And I was like, yeah, let's all hang out and talk about wrestling. So literally, it was for our own amusement. It wasn't even like to the listener, at least for me when I started, wasn't projecting this out into the world for people to listen to. It was just like, I'm trying to make Sorg laugh. I'm trying to make Chad laugh.
And now Sorg has an empire in which he crushes the small people underneath his heel in this fair city.
And tells the new podcasters to go F off.
Yep. And pay their
You
dues.
don't know.
He walks in, kiss the ring, bitches. The
Pod-
king is here.
The Podfather is here.
oh, damn it.
And if they don't listen, he goes, Jimmy Vegas, break his back.
When you talk about the people we know in wrestling, it does sound like a mob hit squad. You're Jimmy Vegas. You're
Jimmy Vegas with that mask, just standing beside you with his arms crossed. Like just ready to bounce whoever you hate right out the window.
The Campino family, Jimmy DeMarco, Bulk Nasty.
Jimmy DeMarco rushes your enemies with a suck my muscles cut off shirt, feverishly jacking them off and then tossing them into the sewer.
Wielding a flexible 24-inch dildo that he pulls out of a scabbard.
These are not exaggerations of the people we have met along this
No,
glorious path.
there isn't.
So Sorg, right now, sorry from my view here.
Yes.
I'm just envisioning
You're
an
looking up at the
arched-
wall above my head.
above your head,
Yes.
an arched sign that just in some fancy wavy font that just says Podfather.
Yes.
Pay your
This
dues,
is not
bitches.
the first time this has come up.
Really?
I think
I'm known as a man who gets shit done. By the next time I step foot in,
Mr. Demira.
my name's David Demera and I get shit done.
You'll
Next
kiss
time I
Sorg's
step
ring.
foot in this studio, there will be a sign that says Podfather.
No.
I mark my words.
Oh, yeah, no,
Episode
it's happening.
700.
We gotta use that Patreon money for something.
We're paying the bills for the shows. What we're doing. That's what we're doing.
We have resources.
Yeah, I wonder if there's a forge or something very close by that we can use.
It's very dark.
Steel City.
A very
Access
dark.
to some plotters.
Well, no, we have a fabricator in our basement.
That's right.
Well, I'll be back.
Matt's sworn enemy.
There's a lot of tools down
We
there.
can have this done by the end of
Mutilator Larry.
Hey.
He does live in the basement and he makes shit. So that's his call sign. Hi, I'm Larry. I live in the basement and I make shit. So
We get along. He makes shit. I get shit done.
So
There you
we'll
go.
get
Make shit done.
Podfather in a very like a ransom note kind of way with like Pittsburgh lettering. Just,
It should be
the
it should
P
be
from
letters
PP
from
or
every
the
independent Pittsburgh
PPG
wrestling.
or
Post
Gazette,
like
the
you
Post
clipped it
Gazette
out of
P.
the like you clipped the letters out of the Post Gazette, you know, and you
Yeah.
pasted them up there. Yeah.
So you could use the original Mayhem Show font. I mean, that's almost ransom note-esque.
oh my
the
god, that
the
was that
H
first
from
logo.
Heinz.
That logo was so bad because it
Hey,
was.
man. Don't talk shit on Lunchbox. Like, I'm gonna tell him you were talking shit on
I
him.
thought that was my logo. Or thing.
No,
The
he
one where
made
it
it.
was like the different fonts.
No, not that one.
No,
The
the,
one he made.
That's the one we're still using. That's in the corner right now, isn't it?
The
yeah.
heavy metal one that looks like a
I forget
the
exactly.
one
what
in the
that
middle
font-
is like paint splatter
Yeah,
and
Okay.
very
Okay.
WWE attitude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely
Or
not
like
that
we're
one.
like
The one
a-
before that one.
Yeah, we were like a new metal band where they have just lines all
Yeah.
over the letters.
we should update because we've been using the same 3D intro that Malengo made for us like probably 10 years ago. It's not even.
It still works. Though.
Malengo's a name I
Very
haven't
nice.
heard in a while.
He's
How's
around.
How's
He's still
he doing?
doing stuff.
You still
He's
talk
doing
to him?
good. This is the getting caught up podcast.
Yeah, this is.
I missed the
Doc
Rambling
Remedy.
Movie Minute.
The Rambling Movie Minute. Yeah. So many podcasts have come and gone, and
Hey,
we're still
Dave.
here.
Built
Dave,
on the backs of dead
Of dead podcasts, dead
Remedy.
podcast carcasses,
Yes, sir.
just MP3s and empty RSS feeds lined along the highway. Now you're getting me into this.
So
Yeah,
many
yeah.
so many dormant
Sorg.
websites.
Destroyer of worlds.
Destroyer of bandwidth.
Yeah.
Or eater of
Eater of bandwidth.
Consumer of bandwidth.
Oh, you
Yeah.
should see my.
Remedy,
my
we should do a level 5 podcast episode where we just talk about Heroes Reborn.
I mentioned this a little bit ago. You guys realize
So
I
bad.
do a podcast called Level 4 because you guys were level 5.
Yeah.
yeah, but it's actually for automated car design.
I need to contact my lawyer.
For automated car
For-
design.
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to talk to Intel and General Motors.
Sorg's he's
Child games.
Sorg's gonna make you kiss that ring, buddy. Throwing big names like
Yeah.
Intel and
jeez.
General Motors around.
Sort of like,
Oh,
want to hear
jeez.
my partners?
Hey, if you want to talk about the inspiration this show has gone, I just want to note, and I've mentioned this, I'm sure, many more times than I should. I mean, there's the first podcaster at WWE was also the first person who wanted to be on our podcast. In one Corey Graves.
We should have made a list of how many people we've had on the show that have gone on to be at WrestleMania.
If you want to do it,
All
hey,
of
as
them.
somebody who loves research, could maybe do that for us.
Why'd you click on my camera? I don't want to do it.
You don't want to do it?
No. I
No?
got these. I got to do this thing.
Like,
With
you
this thing.
just got, you're like, I'm busy with this Mayhem Mania. Tell me,
I got this wheel and this whiteboard. I can't possibly.
hit me up in 6 months.
Yeah.
That sounded like a great transition.
Anyways, anything else? Speaking,
Hey, Sorg, we have an email.
we do have an email.
We have an email.
Okay.
Where was that email to?
Good times
At WrestlingMayhemShow.com.
Not Sorg Sidekick Sweet 16 at Wrestling
No. Jeez. Mike, what's going on?
Okay, so this email is from June 26th, 2010 at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
And I'm not going to tell you who it's from, but I have a feeling you'll be able to guess. Okay?
All right.
Let's do this.
Holy fucking fish tits, LB, I'm back. I don't know what day it is. It's been a crazy time since I last emailed you. I graduated high school. I got my grade 12, bitch, and I don't know what I picked for college. Also, I don't want to know.
Oh, we gotta find this guy.
Do you know who it's from yet?
Anybody else want to venture a guess? Because
You don't know?
I know.
Oh,
No,
I was like, I know. This is fucking Juggalo Jamie.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Juggalo Jamie. Oh,
Never
man.
forget
Okay,
Juggalo
all right.
Jamie.
I've broken English. Yeah.
The email continues. I have been writing a lot of songs and some lyrics that are fucked. I haven't watched any wrestling in months, so I don't know what the fuck is going on, but even if I did watch, I would really know what's going on. Nope. If it's not the other mail, it's some fucking 5-year-old, maybe 2, from Texas Marx's. P.S. I have been drinking, fuckers.
Just
Wait, he
like
said
the
it was
first time I've heard it.
That was
He said,
Juggalo Jamie.
he said it was from Texas.
No, I think
Texas
he was.
slash
referring-
Marx X.
I think he was. I think he was calling out WrestleFan, who was probably like 14 at the time.
Probably.
So
I thought it might have been like a pre-WrestleFan thing, but I guess that would have been around the same time.
yeah. So
WrestleFan
Oh.
2000. Never forget. I still, on occasion, he'll come up in conversations with Mayhem Missy, and unfortunately, we do not call him by his government name. We call him by WrestleFan 2000.
yeah.
When discussing him in
Not even just
conversation.
WrestleFan.
No,
WrestleFan
WrestleFan
2000.
Waffle fan.
So now, of course, announcer extraordinaire at Inspire Pro down there in Texas, doing great things. So
Isn't he also a manager too? Or
I don't know
is
if he's still. I haven't seen much of his manager stuff on the Facebook, but he was for a minute, and he was not a good guy.
We corrupted him.
That's
That's
right.
what I'm assuming.
Yeah.
That's right. Actually, I'll be down that way, and I'll be down that way, and I'll be there at WrestleMania weekend. So hopefully they still are.
Intel.
What's that?
That's a
General Motors.
General Motors, Intel, WrestleMania.
No,
Sorg, I mean, quit putting your dick down over,
that's
right?
that's my second weekend with Lockheed Martin, actually.
Oh,
Wow.
Sorg, put your penis away. Damn it, Sorg.
Andrew Palace is in the chat room.
Holy fuck.
And it's calling out. I was like,
Sidekick
White Dynamite himself.
he's calling. He said, "Hey, miss you, buddy." To you, Remedy.
Miss you too, White Dynamite.
White Dynamite.
I wanted him to try and adopt that moniker so bad. And
White
yet he
White
didn't want to.
Dynamite. Andrew Palace.
Yeah. I thought it would sound great.
That just rolls off the tongue.
I think that would work in Western PA. So
Yeah.
actually,
I don't know if it would work in 2020.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this was a few years ago.
And actually, I mean, I lifted that from. There's I think is it Snack the Rapper, I think is his name.
Okay.
Or Snack the Ripper. I can't remember. But he has an album called White Dynamite. And so that's where I lifted it from. And I remember I was hanging out with Andrew Palace. For funny name, he's still in my phone as Magic Fingers.
oh my god.
And I told him, I was like, you should go
Go
by White
on.
Dynamite. And he was like, no.
If he went as White Dynamite, and then he probably would have pinned you, and then he'd be in
Right?
WWE by
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
WWE by now.
Executive
yeah.
Vice President of AEW.
You know, getting taken out by Brock Lesnar at the Rumble.
Mhm.
You know,
Just like everybody else, like MVP.
it's like MVP.
you like the pity match they threw him for Raw the next day? They're like, hey man, we know you came back and you got dumped by Brock. Have a match with Ray.
And
then he announced his retirement right after that.
Yep.
wrestle poorly against Ray.
Yeah, it was not the best.
I thought he had already retired, but
He
this
was
is
doing some
there
stuff,
was a
I thought I
lot
saw.
of he was here in like April, but I thought after then he had like the Vice piece. They featured him on the Vice wrestling stuff they've been doing.
Okay.
And then I watched the background video, and it's just like the Goldberg thing. It's like I want my kid to see me wrestle and on this scale at some point.
Now the Goldberg thing.
everyone wrestle,
And he has to do
who
it in front of like 3 million people on WWE. Wait, they don't get 3 million people anymore.
No, not
2
anymore.
million
No,
people?
there's 10,000 people.
You have to
10,000
let
in the audience.
everyone come back who wants them to have their kids see them wrestle. Like in
it's
5 years, are we gonna have all the Bella children watch
Listen.
Nikki and Bree beat the Iconics?
I want a
for no
senior
reason?
tour.
there you go. There you go.
I mean,
the Legends tour, you know.
Yeah.
It's no different than sports players that are like, I'm gonna
No.
sign a 1-day contract so I can retire as this member.
Yeah, but they don't send him in to like play in the game.
no, they don't. They should. Ratings.
Oh yeah.
Watch this.
It worked for
Watch-
WWE.
Watch Brett
Yeah.
Favre get broken in half.
Oh
Hey,
shit!
Brett,
I
really
remember
take
that
this
guy.
knee.
I'd rather there just be like a separate 1 hour show where it's just WWE legends, where we don't have to have them interact with like the real talent now.
You mean like Legends House?
Senior
Yes,
Saturday
but-
night.
Senior Saturday night. Yeah.
Saturday mornings.
No, dude,
Well, unless you're airing that
early
at
morning
4
brawl.
p.m. on Saturday, then it can be Saturday.
There,
night.
Saturday
there is-
early
there
evenings.
is a certain magic to watching wrestlers who are like, who can no longer do like the super athletic stuff, still like work a match like
Yeah.
effectively.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that all these guys will be able to do that, but
Mike, you were saying?
We should just have it have it happen like Sunday mornings
Mm-hmm.
after church, and call it early morning brawl, and just have it be like,
Oh no.
it ends just in time for them to go to dinner at 2 in the afternoon.
Brunch brawl. Brunch brawl.
Brunch brawl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brunch
Yeah.
brawl.
There you go.
and then we can take people who like Goldberg who want to wrestle and just put them there.
Brunch brawl. No kids allowed.
So Goldberg came back for his kid. What's his excuse now? I mean,
Money.
it's the
Oh,
blood
money,
money, right?
Money.
Yeah,
What
it's a
did
lot of
Punk call it? The
mon-
blood sucking dick money or something like
Money.
Um,
and so that Taker match wasn't his last.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it already isn't his last because he wrestled Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, that's right.
that.
That's
That
right.
was so funny. Oh my god! Anybody
Who do
can get
you
lucky
guys
3
think he's
times.
Who do you think he's wrestling this time?
It's not Corbin.
Probably himself.
I don't know. I've heard the prevailing rumor is not great.
Is it Sean?
Worse.
Is that worse than Sean?
Hunter.
Nope, worse. Way worse.
Dang it! Trips needs a WrestleMania
Stephanie.
match.
Current talent.
Current talent.
Current talent.
Current talent.
Current talent.
Bobby Lashley.
Nope. I'd prefer that.
Prefer that.
I'd prefer
Goldberg
Goldberg
versus-
versus Lashley.
Buddy Murphy.
Oh,
Nope,
man,
I
don't do
prefer
Buddy
that
Murphy
too.
like that.
Buddy Murphy. Buddy Murphy.
Seth
like-
Rollins.
Is it?
No, we can only hope because you might buckle bomb him and end his
Andrade?
career.
Oh.
He's not
Is that too
wrong.
soon? Jeez. I didn't know
Did
we
I
felt that
touch
bad
a
about.
nerve?
I didn't know we
Here's
felt
the
that
hint.
bad about
It's
Sting.
someone
yeah.
on SmackDown.
What's that, Mike?
It's someone on
Ah,
SmackDown.
Rollins.
Charlotte. Charlotte.
Oh, by the way, making Mayhem Mania
it-
matches in about 10 minutes.
Is it Batista?
Bray Wyatt.
Whoa.
Not the
what?
Fiend.
That's the rumor.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, Bray
What?
Wyatt or the Fiend.
The Fiend.
I'm intrigued. I
I
want
am
to see
not
this match.
because I don't want to see Goldberg with the Universal title.
I
Well,
want to see
again.
how many spears Bray
I
Wyatt
want
can
to
no-sell.
see. Yeah, I want to see Bray no selling the jackhammer.
That's what I'm gonna say. I'm okay.
That's what I'm waiting for.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Goldberg's vein in his neck might explode if like Bray just sits up after a jackhammer.
Yeah,
I hope,
think
I
you
hope
did.
Goldberg tries to ram his head into the Firefly Funhouse and just give him a perfect concussion.
We did not talk about the XFL. What is our stance on the XFL on this
it's
show?
starting up on Saturday.
I don't know.
Let's keep it coming.
Team 9.
Yeah, yeah.
Go New York Guardians, I guess.
No, the Dragons.
Seattle Dragons. Want to get that T-shirt?
I'm a Dragons fan.
I'm going to attempt
Vipers.
to go. I'm going to attempt to go to an XFL game this season.
Fantastic.
That's my goal. Because I never got to go to one the first time I came around. I want to go to one.
So if this is the fun thing because I got tickets for NXT in March. I'm going to the Wednesday night show. I need to see if there's an XFL game that drops in while I'm in town for one of the teams.
You need to get as close as possible seats.
Is there one in Arizona?
For NXT.
Does Phoenix have a team? Oh, we'll find. I'll look at that. But
I can't wait for the Dallas Renegades to win a football championship so Jerry Jones has an aneurysm that they can't bring a championship home.
Hate.
That's mean.
What's that?
And Mike is sad. Hey, you know what? That makes it's gonna make Mike feel sad because he's not here in the studio. But our good friends at Slice on Broadway supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza right up the streets here. 4 locations, and of course our unofficial campaign for them. Wait. Yes, sir. Is this because you live with a teacher? That you do this? You're raising your hand again?
This is Friday nights.
This is Friday nights.
I get
okay.
beat on Thursday nights. I raise my hand on Friday nights.
Oh, I see.
I can actually attest to Slice on Broadway. I consume Slice on Broadway pizza at the PNC Park location quite often.
Yes.
And it is delicious. You get 2 slices and a drink for around 10 and change.
And their door kicks in quite well because when you go to Slice on Broadway, you want to kick the door right open and tell them, Sorg sent me.
No.
Kiss the ring. Give me my perfect pepperoni pizza.
The Podfather has sent me for a perfect pepperoni pizza.
Jeez. Check them out, sliceonbroadway.com. I don't think I need to say any more. We got a message. You're going to hear from Katie, and then some more of our friends of the show, including Brohemus, Sean Phoenix, and more right after this. And then Mayhem Mania. All right, guys. We'll be back in a second. I think Mainstream Matt is about ready.
MediaServices.com.
Shout out to the Mayhem Show. Welcome to the 700 Club.
Welcome to the 700th Club with Sean Phoenix.
Wrestling Mayhem Show. Welcome to the 700 Club. From Lewis and Franklin.
This is the Juggernaut John Roden, just Sorg, and the guys at the Wrestling Mayhem Show on 700 episodes. Quite a feat. Here's the 700 more, guys. Keep moving forward.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
Shout out to the Mayhem Show. Welcome to the 7.
I guess I kind of looped that. Sorry about that.
Was it Bart Gunn?
Bart Gunn?
No, Bart Gunn is not allowed.
It's not in Space Joe, is he?
I don't see
No,
him.
he's
I don't see his name on the
Not in
old
Space Joe.
Jail of Space.
All right,
Bart Gunn versus Edge coming up.
We're unloading this. I just sent some invites
There
out.
is a nice Edge match on the card,
Two
I
pops
believe,
in
right?
I don't think
There is a
Edge
nice
was
Edge match on the card.
eligible.
What?
Was Edge not eligible
Not eligible for what?
last week?
No, he was fine. He got in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's in a match.
What? Wow, I forgot. I'm gonna go check right now because
It's been a long week, Mike. It's been a long week.
It's you don't even know.
Was that sheet helpful that Missy did last week, Matt? Kinda. Like
Not necessary though.
Okay. Wow. That is square in the shot. That's.
Look at that.
You getting your
We've
spacing
come so
down.
far from the pixelated.
You tell me about it.
streaming camera.
So some of the pizza boxes are still hanging in the old studio.
I love it.
Oh right, I booked Edge last week.
I should have brought this.
Oh, that's right.
It's been a long week.
Are you serious, bro?
It has been a long week.
Are you serious, bro?
Are you serious, bro?
Serious, bro?
Hello.
Tina's here.
Tina.
Hi.
Representative of the Seattle Dragons.
Yeah, sort of.
Wait, Tina, does that mean we can call you Mother of Dragons now?
That fits.
You're a mother, and there are dragons in your area now, so I think it works.
That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're actually going to the game next weekend, actually.
Oh, see, perfect. Wow, you're going to the game and you're going to see Poppy. You are living my best life right now. Poppy.
Well, we got hookup. We got a hookup
Coming
from
at you, Brandon.
the XFL, so that's why.
Nice.
That's how we were able to go.
Where's Bobby?
Tina's dropping connections now. She's got a hookup at the XFL. Sorg, where's your hookup at the XFL? Boom. Get on it, Podfather.
I don't.
Podfather.
The fuck?
We're establishing many new nicknames tonight. I am a fan of this.
Oh no.
Podfather, Mother of Dragons.
Mother Dragons.
Episode 700.
It's
You need to
it's
spice
700.
up the lore
It's a
count.
new era. It's a new
White
decade.
Dynamite.
White Dynamite, Andrew Palace.
White Dynamite.
I need to get Joe
Bringing it
Dombrowski on
back.
that.
Yeah.
Then he won't have any control.
I don't know what he calls them these days. So
Spasmanian Devil, I think.
I
Is
mean, there's
is that a
that. I
gimmick?
mean, that's been a thing for a while. Yeah. All right, just waiting on the guests. Just waiting on people to hop in. What are you doing? What's happening right
Oh,
now?
and Chad and Doc, you are playing. You don't have a choice.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like you're.
I can't wait to. Whose match can I ruin?
Oh yeah, that's always the fun part. Isn't it?
Yeah, I'll need a rules refresher. I think
Do we have? So we don't have like a list of last week's. Well, other than what's in front of you, I guess.
Oh, you can go onto the. There's the post on the web. So
yeah.
Is there a post for the last one?
There?
Did I miss it? I only saw round
I
one.
published it on. I published it on Monday.
Week 2 is round 1, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
See,
what
I
always
messed
screwed
it up
me up
like that. Yeah.
That's what screwed me up.
I always just bring it up on Slack.
Do you like the Instagram post with that?
With the
with the
WrestleMania
graphics?
sign?
No, with the graphics. With the Mayhem Mania.
Oh my god!
I think I'm gonna try to do that.
I couldn't believe it.
That people, I like popped up. I saw notifications and I saw like 10 comments on the Facebook, and I looked up. It was like 6 minutes posted. I'm like, fuck! I gotta do this every week.
Matt, Brandon has a question in the chat.
Yeah. Brandon asked if he can DM his match to you. If you could DM it to Matt, please.
DMs are open.
So that
DMs are open. Go ahead and just slide right into those.
Bobby,
DMs.
you out there?
Winky. Okay, there we go.
Bobby, are you out there?
Bobby, come on, we need one more. Where are you, losers?
Bobby,
Bobby,
quit playing with your pops.
Bobby, where are you? I need you, Bobby.
What is happening?
Can you hear me?
I'm just making shit up, Sorg. Filling time. Filling air.
Phil.
Oh, don't say Phil.
Well, it doesn't have to be that one. You want CM Punk?
Okay.
What's your problem?
No.
Yeah.
Different Phil.
Not that one. Not that one. Other Phil. We did go off on a tangent about bad indie wrestling in the area after the show last week. That's for your Patreon
That's a
out there.
tangent.
If you want the want the dirt, that's over on Patreon for the Poppy Club.
Pocky Club. I ate a whole box of Pocky the other day. It was
Pocky,
so good. It's been a long
yeah.
time since I had Pocky.
The best thing
and I
about
was just
Thailand
like
was
5 sticks.
Oh yeah.
The best thing about Thailand was all the flavors of Pocky that were everywhere. Like green tea Pocky.
Wasabi Pocky.
No, there wasn't that.
I'm sure it exists. I mean,
I'm
to be
sure
honest,
somewhere. I don't
there's
know.
wasabi Kit Kats. So
There
there's got to be
was
wasabi.
the green tea Kit Kats they had. So
Japan has a lot of cool stuff. I'm a total weeb.
Green
I mean, that's
tea
what
Kit
this is, a
Kats.
Persona 5 T-shirt. These are the Phantom Thieves logo. I'm a
Okay.
huge mark for Persona 5.
What is? Well, they put the first one on the PlayStation Mini, didn't they? I think that's what I was playing.
Sure.
I was.
I played the
I'm
5th
like-
one, so that means
I'm like, what is this
retroactively
weird?
played 1 through 4. So
Oh yeah.
that's how I
And all
count it.
their weird iterations.
Yeah, like the dancing games and Starlight by Moonlight and
4F8. Whatever.
Oh yeah, what is the one that just came out? Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE Sharp or something like
Yeah,
that.
it's weird. It's like Kingdom Hearts.
I love that I don't have Chad in the shot, but he's in the window.
That's pretty slick.
In the walls.
Yeah.
The sweat dropped out. Oh
No.
that doesn't age well.
Boo.
So I don't think Bobby's out there.
Oh, Bobby.
Or did I message the wrong Bobby?
Oh no, Bobby 2 is like what the fuck is Sword 1?
Yeah, Why is Bobby
Sorg, I have 10 packages left to finish Hogwarts.
Bobby. All right, this one has a logo. That's a good sign. I'm gonna try this one more time.
I got Brandon's match. So.
Okay. Is Bobby just the last one? No, this is the right.
No, I didn't Bobby. Where's
Bob?
Where's Podner? Are you Podner was out there too?
Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he-
Dave's out there.
I don't know where people
Come on,
are.
people.
Bob
I mean,
Holly.
guys, you do not
Best
want
drop
me
kick
to
in the
get
business.
They got
this
tired.
spot, trust me.
They got tired of us
Go
talking
be-
about Shoutcast and Pod
Be
Fathers.
IWC.
What's that?
Bob Holly.
Bob Holly.
Bob Holly.
Best drop kick in the business.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I complained about this since we're just kind of filling time now. Shotgun drop kicks. Fucking hate them.
Really?
They are rarely performed successfully. They
Ooh,
look like
I don't
shit.
know about that.
If
I
you
don't know
land
about
on
that.
your,
I've seen a couple really good ones in the
if
past
you
couple
land
weeks.
on your ass, it's poorly executed. You should land on your back.
I don't know.
I haven't seen for a bit.
They had one.
Balor has one of the best shotgun drop kicks because he
Who?
does that like Balor, Prince.
Oh yeah, okay.
Devitt.
I was gonna say because I've seen a lot of Balor ones and he does really.
He does it
a
really good.
bad.
There was who Bronze is okay because of how big he is, but it
Yeah,
still
same
looks
with
really
Walter.
sloppy. I just
Walters looks really good.
yeah. Oh man, Walter. Jeez. Can I? Is Walter in a match?
What do you think
Yes.
about
Yeah,
single,
of course.
single leg
Yeah,
DDTs?
I booked Walter like that.
Single
Walter-
leg DDTs, fucking love them.
Love them.
Single leg DDTs are incredible. I want to start seeing arm DDTs.
Oh, please. Wrist DDTs.
Wrist DDTs. Just grab that arm and just.
Who did? Somebody did a leg DDT. Oh,
On
Calvin
NXT?
Calvin Couture. No, on the local scene.
Oh, okay.
Calvin Couture did
Someone did one on
did
NXT
a
last-
single leg DDT as I was filming
He's-
it, and I went, "Damn, that's a good DDT."
He was.
Oh no, it wasn't NXT last week. It was 2 weeks ago. Roddy did one to Keith Lee.
I had a
Keith Lee, my dog.
I was so mean in the crowd. Calvin wrestled this Canadian fellow. That I don't know his name, but he looked like a child. And,
Was it Marco Stunt?
he had long hair, and I was like, who was letting that little girl in this match?
Oh, was it
Marco
Marco Stunt?
it was Marco Stunt like a little bit.
It was that 9-year-old girl that Kenny Omega wrestled 10 years ago.
It kind of seemed like it, and I was just like, no.
I like
By the way, apparently that is not Riho.
Yes, it is not Riho. That was
That's
a rumor.
really disappointing.
That was a rumor that was going around like the first couple AEW shows. Like, this is
Awkward.
the girl he wrestled, and I was like, no. I mean, yeah, she's been wrestling since she was 9, but it's not her.
You know what that means? That 9-year-old girl is available for Mayhem Mania.
I don't even know who she is.
No one does.
No one can identify her.
We
You,
just
you
say-
have to positively identify the person.
We just have to say
You can't just be, oh, I'm book that person who just walked up the street here in
Ta-da.
Beachview. You can't.
No,
I can't.
it's
How am I supposed-
identifiable.
How was
It's-
Vince McMahon supposed
that-
to track him down? Like,
that-
you can't find him.
If you Google that 9-year-old girl that Kenny Omega wrestled,
Give me a name.
Hey, Google,
Yeah.
who's the 9-year-old girl that
had-
Kenny Omega wrestled?
She has to have a legal name so she can cash that paycheck that Vinny
right.
K gives
that's
her.
right. Just
Cash
like
those
just
Saudi
like
dollars.
it's the Spider-Man problem.
I'm sure Garza would love making the graphic for that match.
Yeah, just
Yeah, he wouldn't flip over his
just
desk,
get the message.
definitely
What
not.
the fuck? I'm getting radio silence from our requests out there for participants.
God
Oh,
damn it,
For the
Sorg.
ones.
You snooze, you lose.
It's double Jeopardy night.
It's what?
I mean,
So
I'm,
Matt, who
I'm,
gets the fifth move then?
I don't know.
I
All of
met
us.
the couple that came to the door asking about Sweet 16 parties, and I plan on booking them against Gallus. So.
Fucking Gallus.
But wait. All 3 members of Gallus?
Listen, I can pull an image from the security camera. Don't worry about it.
No, just the champions.
Dear guys, use
Or no,
this.
just Joe Coffey. Just Joe Coffey against the both of them.
Cup of coffee. Cup of coffee in the big time, yeah.
What's that? What are you thinking? I'm thinking I'm gonna have to let Mad Mike make another goddamn move.
Damn it.
Let Sorg make a move.
I'll let Sorg make a
I
move.
would just say you can let Sorg make a move. It's fine.
Sorg's here
right?
more often than Mad Mike, though. So back. I can always use Sorg.
Making
Smiles
moves,
back.
I'm here-
making moves.
I'm here every week.
How about
moves.
Sorg and I flip for it? Like
By
we
the
flip
way,
it.
Matt, I got to talk to you about days for you to take over the Mayhem show in the spring here.
Whoa,
Are you okay with that? Are you okay with that? I know it puts you under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, a lot of pressure, a lot of stress.
You'll be fine.
A lot of stress.
You'll be fine. I'll be here. I mean, digitally.
Like not really.
A lot of stress.
No, I'll log in. I'll actually log in remotely.
So you'll be watching me screw it up.
I'll be watching you, and I'll have your desktop up so I can make sure the right buttons are being pushed.
Doesn't really make it any more relaxing.
I mean, I could literally like switch the show for you.
Really?
I can remotely. I did that for a show.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Way for the future.
Watch
the
this.
last time I remember Matt hosting a show was when I was there.
I know that was a fun show too.
It was a good show.
It was the one right after James Ellsworth won the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. We had to have that conversation.
Yes.
I was like,
and I predicted that accurately.
Yeah. He just.
All right, I think we're rolling.
Last call, losers, or Mad Mike makes another match. All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
you
the
start with you?
9-year-old girl that wrestled Kenny Omega's name is Haruka.
Haruka,
Yeah, she wrestled.
Haruka Salt.
Haruka Salt.
No.
Haruka Salt.
That's her finisher.
I want it now.
Don't care how.
DDT me now.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh God, who would be the Mike TV of wrestling right now? Is it
Marco
MJF?
Stunt.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the. I thought we were talking about the band.
The Miz would be
What?
Haruka
He
Salt.
would be Mike TV. You're right.
Yeah, the Miz would be Mike TV.
He would exactly be Mike TV.
Yeah, he is. he is.
I think WWE loaded it up on their face space, a side by side of Miz and Morrison entrance, and then their entrance like a week or two ago, and the Miz like frame for frame did his exact like shtick coming down on the entrance, like almost frame for frame. I was impressed. I was like, wow, that's some dedication to your
He's
shtick.
been doing it. He's got it.
Consistency.
He's got it.
He
All
is the
right.
chick magnet, you guys.
It is Wrestling Mayhem Show number 700. Of course, thank you so much, Rodin and Brohemoth and Sean Phoenix and Lewis the Nerd for giving shout-outs. Thank you, everybody that submitted those over the last couple of days here. I really, really appreciate it. And 700, we made a lot of friends. A lot of very interesting friends. And enemies.
But they're all dead and gone.
Their bones have built the foundation of this podcast.
They have been buried by the Podfather.
Anyways, it's time for Mayhem Mania, and presiding over Mayhem Mania is one mainstream Matt Carlins.
Good evening.
With another fantastic edition. Mainstream Matt, are you ready for this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you seem so enthused.
Yeah, I'm thrilled.
You're thrilled.
I'm thrilled to have these two right
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mainstream.
The enthusiasm is so genuine.
Mainstream Matt.
I'm really feeling it. You know, it's not patronizing at all. Anyway, this is Mayhem Mania.
You should Arsenio Hall every time it gets to you.
It's kind of a competitive thought experiment where we try to create the best WrestleMania card possible within the boundaries of our current reality Sorg. That means everybody comes in their current physical, contractual, emotional, pharmacological, etc. state. We have an 8-match card that we have created. Tonight, 5 players will make one change each to this card and try to make it better, right? Because WWE has like the deepest talent roster in history, so they should be able to make the greatest WrestleMania card in history, right?
Right.
So tonight's players are going to be Brandon, Mad Mike, Tina, Chad the Shad, and Doc Remedy, Bats Cleanup.
Right.
We'll recap the matches, and then we will talk about Space Jail. First of all, let's run through these matches, Sorgi. So far, we've got the Velveteen Dream versus R-Truth. We've got... Here, I'll hold up the...
Sorry, I didn't have I didn't have the thing prepared.
No, that's okay.
I forgot that you had a thing.
We've got, and I don't even remember who's created these things either. We've got Mia Yim and Kaylee Ray and Tegan Knox versus Asuka and Kairi Sane and Io Shirai. We've got Walter versus Keith Lee. We've got Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. We have got Edge and Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins versus the OC. We've got DIY versus the Time Splitters versus the Viking Raiders. We have Bray Wyatt versus Finn Balor versus Adam Cole. And finally, we have Andrade versus Aleister Black versus Pete Dunne or Dune, depending on where you're from.
Matt, I have a question.
We might have a last-minute substitution, but we'll see how that works out.
Working on it.
Go ahead, Mad Mike.
Is Andrade disqualified now because of his suspension?
No, it's only a 30-day suspension. He'll be back in time for Mania.
Same
Also,
with Samoa Joe.
You know what? He's not officially out. I'm going to leave it open for him.
Okay.
Also, there's been a lot of discussion about AJ Styles' shoulder injury. WWE said he's out indefinitely. AJ said 4 to 6 weeks. So until we get something definitive, I'm just going to leave him on the card, and we'll let nature take its course. You know, the Mayhem Mania players have a way of fixing these problems on their own.
Life finds a way.
Life finds a way,
That's right.
Sorg. So
Mayhem finds a way.
And we haven't even talked about Io Shirai apparently is hurt too. I have no idea.
Really?
She's on this card too. So she's anywhere. Anyway, so Space Jail. So we do this thing where we give people an opportunity to eliminate people from Mayhem Mania so they can't be used. That's what we've done in years past, and they'd be permanently banished. But this year we put a twist on it. We are giving the people who are banished an opportunity to escape and get back into the game. So every single of the 8 things, I have to say things because it's 7 people in one
also
thing.
items.
And one
DLC.
item that have been sent to Space Jail, sent through the Forbidden Portal into Space Jail, and now in a moment I'll spin this wheel and we'll see if anyone escaped. The items and people on the Space Jail right now: Enzo, Ronda Rousey, Triple H, Bayley, Bobby Fish, WLC, Lacey Evans, Randy Orton. Okay. Did I mention Enzo yet? All right. So last week, Tina Keys had earned a ticket to Space Jail. She gave it to John Cena. We spin the wheel. It landed on John Cena. John Cena escaped Space Jail. He was in there for 2 minutes.
Typical Cena.
Typical Cena.
Goddamn, kicks out everything.
Stop Cena.
All
right.
See him.
So let's.
He's in Fast and Furious now. He's basically a superhero.
Yeah, basically.
He's a heel.
All right. So let's spin the wheel. Let's see if anyone will escape Space Jail tonight. Are you ready, Sorg?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Come on, Enzo. Enzo.
I love that noise.
Wait
Bobby
a second.
Fish.
No!
Oh my God! Bobby Fish is out of Space Jail. Damn it! Damn it!
No!
Come on.
The fish is back in the water, baby.
There's plenty of fish in the sea.
I need to collect myself now.
You need to collect yourself.
This Space Jail sucks, man. We need a new warden for Space Jail. Everyone's getting out.
Man.
Well, congratulations, Bobby Fish. You're out of Space Jail.
Son of a bitch.
This is gonna hurt. All right.
Fuck.
That really cut Sorg deep.
It really did.
Sorg, show me on the doll where Bobby Fish touched you.
Fuck.
It hurt you.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get down to business. Our friend Brandon from KFC is apparently still celebrating the Super Bowl. So he has DM'd me his move. And his move is that he is getting rid of the Edgeheads versus the OC.
You know,
you
we shouldn't
goddamn.
allow moves via DMA.
And he's going to replace it with, this is kind of interesting. He wants a triple threat match, wouldn't you know? The Miz versus John Morrison
Triple Threat Mania.
versus, kind of random, Ricochet.
Okay.
So there you go. There's his match. All right.
All right.
Sorg, did we find Dave Podner by chance?
Yes, he's in there.
Is he in there? Bring him
Dave
in
Podner.
here. Mad Mike, I'm sorry to explain this to you, but I think you'll understand this. Mad Mike, I can't let you on. That would be 3 moves in a row, 3 weeks in a row, so I can't let you go. Get out of here. We found Dave Podner. He's going to make a move.
There he
instead.
is.
Dave Podner.
There I am.
What's happening?
Wow.
In the deep darkness. The deep darkness.
Cashing in, run-in style. Mad Mike was the number 30 entrant in the Royal Rumble, and Nia Jax came out of nowhere and just bonked him over the head, and she down herself. So she's in.
Collusion. That's collusion.
That is collusion. You're exactly right.
Yep.
You're right.
Collusion,
And
collusion.
unfair. And I'm picking on you, and I'm singling you out, Mad Mike. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, in
trying
2020.
to
What
hold
a
you
great
down.
message for the kids.
What a great message for you. You know what I'm going to teach the kids? I make the rules. Okay.
Wow.
Whose house?
Whose house?
Whose house is it, Big Daddy
Whose
Matt?
house? Your house, Sorg. It's your house. Everyone knows that. It's the Podfather's house.
He's the Podfather.
All right, Dave. Let's make a change to this card here.
Okay, now, since I was last minute running, as usual, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing.
Okay.
Wow.
So, Matt, if
It only makes it more fun.
If you hold up the card a little bit so I can just get myself there.
Man
Okay.
is not even prepared, Matt.
No. I'm prepared, but I'm not that
It's not
prepared.
like we
but-
don't have wonderful write-ups on our website that Matt
With
goes
graphics.
through painstakingly. to put in
WrestlingMayhemShow.com.
With
Catch up on the
graphics
lore.
by Tonio Garza of the WrestlingRevolution.net.
Yes. .com.net. We never know.
Yes.
Yeah, we got all the lore on there.
We never know.
Okay.
I think he changes it.
I thought Dot Pizza was right.
Oh, geez. Dave,
Okay, so what I'm going to do...
Dave, you
I'm
may have
going to get-
powerful enemy today.
Quiet, he speaks.
I'm getting rid of DIY versus Time Splitters versus Viking Raiders.
Okay.
Okay. Too many, I'm agreeing with the one person who chimed in. I forget who it was, saying we have too many multi everything.
I believe it was Marcus.
I believe that's Marcus
Okay.
Mann criticizing
Yeah,
our
yeah,
stuff
yeah,
a
sure.
week after he no-showed Mayhem.
That was the show he should have been here for.
I know.
So, I'm going to have a mix-up of teams match.
Oh.
So
okay.
you're putting in another multi-person match.
Well, no, it's a tag team match.
All right,
It's
let's
a
hear it.
straight two-person versus two-person tag team match.
We know how.
But
long
I'm
those
assuming.
last.
Well, I realize that, but I'm assuming but I'm actually doing something off of a current storyline.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay.
So, a team of Mandy and Otis
Oh, here we go.
versus Sonya and Tucker.
I'm in.
boy.
I love it.
Oh,
I'm
heavy fire versus Desire Machinery.
Exactly.
Oh no,
exactly.
wait.
That
hold
is
on.
the
It's a
nickname
Mandy.
for the Mandy Otis tag team is Heavy
Desire
Fire, right?
versus Fire Machinery.
Yeah.
That's
good.
Wow. Wow.
I dig it.
Good.
I love it.
I assume
not
Otis
bad.
is the heavy.
Good
part.
match. All right. Dave, thanks for coming in. Is there anything else you want
Yeah,
to
no
say? I didn't give you the floor
Thanks,
here.
Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
No. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, sure, no problem. All right. So that brings us to
Powerful
Tina, the dragon. Tina Keys. Is that right?
Hello.
Did I get that right? All right.
The mother of dragons.
Mother of
Mother
Dragons.
of Dragons.
Mother of Dragons. Tina, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm kind of disappointed because one of the participants that I wanted from a match got taken already.
Oh,
Me too. Me too.
I hate it when that happens.
Me too. I feel you.
So you got to go to your 1B?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do, I'm going to get rid of the match that was just made by Dave.
What?
Oh.
What? Sorry.
Alex Carr's rule.
Hate.
Okay.
Let's see.
Thanks for coming, Dave.
Dave's made two powerful enemies now.
Let's say when Tina said one was taken, I'm
Jesus.
thinking, oh, how many people did I piss off tonight?
No, it wasn't you. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and go for somebody who isn't really all that known, but it's still cool to see. He's all about high fives and stage dives. Mark Andrews.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Is that the one who
let
dresses like
me-
Elton John or not? No. Okay.
Andrews, okay. Drake Maverick.
Let's... no.
No help from the studio audience.
Give
She
give
must.
us a
No.
sweet
She
attack
must.
action.
You know the rules for Mayhem Mania. All the players, they must walk alone.
Mark Andrews and Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio!
Who's that jumping out the sky? R-E-Y.
Booyaka, booyaka.
619.
Booyaka, booyaka.
That's my pueblo.
Being played to the ring by POD is still one of my favorite things.
Apparently, Garza has been posting an old episode thinking it was live.
Oh man, yeah, Garza.
Oh no!
Yeah, Garza run in here and do me.
I saw the tags and I'm like, why am I not seeing this in the chat room?
Garza's watching it thinking, this is going to be an easy week. I don't have to make any new graphics. Sorry. Here we go. All right, Chad the Shad. The headset wearing, clipboard carrying, first string, second string, backup Mayhem Mania host, Chad the Shad.
There's been a lot of shakeups and stuff on here.
Yeah.
Cool.
What's going on? Why is everybody looking outside?
I just saw a car pulled up and I just assume it's Larry and I'm freaking out.
Oh boy. You know what? Let's oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Any wrestlers you like, Chad? Do you like any wrestlers?
I mean,
there are a few.
And one seems to be released to the board as of 10 minutes ago.
There is, and I had
you want me to hold this up for you? This is just kind of all like the massive scribbles at the bottom.
I had
of
a plan, and then
hard to make out.
And then I had to alter the plan, and then I had another plan, and then so we're just.
So you're down to like plan C.
Yeah, I got two I'm teetering on, but I think I'm gonna go with let's take Dream and Truth out.
Oh. Okay.
Because Truth's gonna be wrestling backstage, everywhere.
Oh
man! And
you know. Sorry to interrupt, but you know that 24/7 championship is changing hands in that big ass pirate ship. That Kairi Sane is gonna ride to the ring.
Yeah, I'm honestly
swing
surprised
in on like a rope. Yeah.
So we're gonna put in its place Edge.
Shocker.
Who?
Wait. Did he just cancel that match out? Because Edge is in one.
Edge.
No.
Edge has
Brandon got rid of the Edge match.
Oh.
Versus Matt Riddle.
Bro.
Ooh. I like it. I like it.
Because I think that's a nice clash of former Edge versus current Edge.
Yeah.
Like former I'm MMA trained Edge versus
is it gonna be like dad, son,
bro?
He's gonna be like, bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
All right. Thanks, Chad. This is very nice and totally unexpected that you would choose these Edge. So.
Yes, I know. I am full of surprises.
All right, Doc Remedy. What you feeling? I know you have strong feelings.
I do.
Yeah.
So help me
I
God, you take
don't
Edge
like
Riddle
a
off,
certain wrestler. Actually, there's two wrestlers on that list that are in the bottom 5 of wrestlers.
Bottom
5
ever or
Bottom
now?
five.
Currently,
now. And I don't want to hurt my former tag team partner.
Oh no.
So I will kill the Andrade Black Dune match.
Whoa.
Because I do not like Aleister Black.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Also don't like Matt Riddle, right?
I hate
Hot
Matt
take.
Riddle.
Hot take.
That's why I pick him.
Remedy, I'm with you.
I'm not a huge Riddle fan, but I think Edge Riddle would.
I don't know how
pretty good.
Space Jail works yet. I was going to do everything in my power to get Matt Riddle in Space Jail. I want to replace it with our reigning, defending.
Wow.
All hail King Corbin.
Super Bowl champ loving.
Versus the undisputed.
Oh boy.
The greatest. All hail King Booker.
Whoa.
I'm in.
All right.
It's a
versus
Game
King
of
match.
Thrones.
All right.
All right.
Okay. All right. King.
Okay.
Versus
King Corbin
former King Jerry Lawler.
special guest referee Jerry Lawler.
That's later.
That comes later.
I take that.
Patreon in the bank. Good reminder, since this is a 700 Club episode, send your donations to the Patreon for Wrestling Mayhem Show. You too can play Patreon in the bank, and all your dreams can come true.
For a small donation.
For a small donation, and we'll send you a tiny little piece of paper. I don't know what we'll do.
There are many dead presidents that would love to be part of the Wrestling Mayhem Show. Send them our way.
All right. Hey, is Dave still there?
Yeah, still here.
Dave, congratulations.
Woohoo!
By virtue
I
of
have
the Alex
Cars.
Cars rule, you are invited back next week, and you will have the 5th and final spot to make your move. Since Tina,
You did this on purpose.
the Dragon Slayer,
He
came in and
purposely
just
made
rode in on her
a
dragon and just
match
firebombed
so
your whole
shitty
match. What?
That it would be cut.
His
2 weeks
match
ago, I
was
made the
okay.
bad match. They got cut. Oh, right. You mean the one I made today? Because both my matches got cut.
I think we've proven over the years of Mayhem Mania that I'm going to do a bad match strategy and try to get killed so I can take advantage of the Alex Cars rule. That's a faulty strategy.
That's one of the
The
best
Alex,
strategies.
The Alex Cars rule is just
Because it goes
inappropriate. All right, here's what we got on the
It's a reverse strategy.
Edge versus Matt Riddle. We still got Mia Yim and Kaylee Ray and Tegan Knox versus the Sky Pirates. We still have Walter versus Keith Lee. We still have Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley. We now have The Miz versus John Morrison versus Ricochet. We now have Mark Andrews versus Rey Mysterio. We still have Bray Wyatt versus Finn Balor versus Adam Cole. And now we have King Corbin versus King Booker. I get it. And Bobby Fish is out of Space Joe. Back
Son
to
of
you.
Son of a bitch!
Stay tuned for stay tuned for Talking Mayhem Mania.
Son of a bitch!
The spacing on your shot is amazing.
Matt, I have
Yeah.
a quick question.
Yeah.
What are we going to do if you spin every week and every week someone gets out of Space Jam?
We're just gonna have to find ways to repopulate Space Joe.
Okay.
What are you doing over there? What are you doing with this sign?
No matter where you're from, we're glad you're our neighbor.
Yes.
Send dead
Here.
presidents to the Wrestling Mayhem Show. Support.
Despite
Public
all the
broadcasting.
anger and vitriol you hear towards, is it vitriol? Vitriol?
Vitriol.
Vitriol?
Vitriol.
Are you trying to say Vimmel?
No. Sorg is very angry that Bobby Fish is out of space jail. And no matter how much fucking and anger that comes out of Sorg's mouth, no matter where you're from, we're glad you're our neighbor.
We're glad
And I would
you're-
attempt to speak the other languages, but I would not do them justice.
We're
so I
glad-
will not.
They say the same thing.
I could do the Spanish one, probably.
We're glad you're a fish in our pond.
My fish. I had to really
Robert Fish.
I had to really refrain from adding Buddy Murphy. Buddy Murphy is one of my favorite.
Mhm.
Top 5. Matt Riddle, bottom 5. Buddy Murphy, top 5.
So we know how that works.
That's my barometer. That's the Dark Remedy barometer of current WWE superstars.
Wait, who else is in the bottom 5?
Matt Riddle.
Okay.
Riddle Matt. Riddle Mama Matt.
Bro.
No. Let's see. That's a fun thing to think of. So definitely Matt Riddle. Definitely Aleister Black. All 3 of the Forgotten Sons.
Ooh, yeah. Solid.
Wow, way to fill that out.
Yeah.
Solid.
Top
Jeez.
5. Keith Lee. Number 1. Keith Lee, Limitless.
Brock Lesnar.
No. He's in the middle. Especially after the Rumble, Brock Lesnar's in the middle. Because
His
his
power
reaction...
His power rankings
Yeah.
went up after the Royal Rumble.
His reaction to Keith Lee was spectacular. Yes. He's like, "Oh, big boy," and then looked at Paul Heyman and was like, "This motherfucker." I was like, "All right, way to put over Keith Lee." Keith Lee, Buddy Murphy,
Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss, yes.
And the Iconics.
Selena Vega.
No, the Iconics.
Oh, the Iconics.
The Iconics would be in my top 5.
All right. Well, in that note, we seem to do this every year. What did you guys learn in 700 episodes?
Fuck. Oh God. Talk to strangers on the internet. It can vastly improve your life.
There you go. There you go. Dave, you got one?
No matter where you are from, we're glad you're our neighbor.
Hey, that actually fits us. Right?
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Pretty good. What about you, Matt?
I learned that when you search for a podcast randomly, maybe like 7 or 8 years ago, you never know. It might just be based here in Pittsburgh, and you might actually meet those people someday. So it's crazy how that works.
And you may host a segment.
And you may host a segment. And
you may end up hosting the
You
show
know what
or
else I
something.
learned? If you come up with a good bit for a podcast, they'll make you come back every year to do it over and over and over again.
They'll highly suggest in a friendly
You
manner.
wouldn't want to disappoint the Podfather, would you?
Jeez.
I'm gonna keep on doing it until it's dead.
I can't wait until Matt decides it's not enough and decides to do making Survivor Series, Mayhem Survivor Series, where we all just make teams of 4.
I mean, that sounds delightful, but this really requires a full year of recuperation whenever I get done with it.
He does.
I want to see the Indy Wrestling or the Indy Mayhem.
Oh yeah,
Mania.
There was actually
Super Indy Mayhem Mania.
We've come perilously close to that breaking out a couple times. So
there was a GIF generator I saw where it was 2 randomly flashing images of a whole bunch of indie stars, and if you stopped it, it would be whatever your WrestleMania main event was.
El Paso.
I got Danhausen versus Faye Jackson.
Ooh.
No cursing.
Very interesting.
I'm okay.
No cursing.
El Paso in the chat says, I second that last part. I think the recovery part. So
yeah, I know. It's like, well, it's always like every year. I'm like, because Garza makes these awesome graphics, and every year I'm like, Garza, you want? Are you back this year? Are you gonna back in? He's like, yeah, I'm back. I'm like, all right, good.
I'm thinking I'm back.
It's the John Wick.
Because you know you're not allowed to leave.
I saw somebody criticizing the 3-way matches and some of the graffiti splatter graphics, and I almost started a Facebook war with them.
If you criticize the graphics that Garza makes, I will go to war with you.
These are great graphics. And go to, and actually afterwards I put the plug in for his website.
The graphics are gorgeous. The matches are questionable.
Exactly. That's the whole bit.
That's it. That's Mayhem Mania in a nutshell.
Great graphics, questionable matches. Yeah.
I think we have a new slogan.
Hurt feelings.
You better be careful because Sorg will start booking your life, and he buries people.
I can't wait to see the graphic for
the
Mayhem
Podfather
series.
puts them 6 layers deep into Pod Talk Show.
Every match is a buried alive match.
Tina, do you have an answer to this question? What have you learned?
On a personal note, I guess it's refreshing to see a wrestling podcast that's inclusive, if that makes sense.
We try.
We try. Usually ends up being a lot of white guys, but we try.
Yeah. Excellent.
I believe Vimmel said there were a lot of peepees in here.
Oh, I thought he was talking about his practice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I thought he was talking about his, I thought he was legit talking about his practice. Like
I thought he meant
That's a joke.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was.
Where's the Simpsons Arnold thing? That's the joke.
Listen, a lot left of interpretation over the internet. Okay, so, and sometimes I can't read his accent.
I've learned that Edge.
What the fuck's that about?
Edge is a commonplace through this whole show.
Yes.
From episode 1
Multiple.
to episode 700, he's always been with us.
Partner.
Well, in terms of, let's say, branching out more than just the show itself, but in terms of wrestling podcasts in general, go out and reach out and listen to some people maybe don't sound like you. That sounds good too. Being an old white guy, there's a whole bunch of old white guys out there talking wrestling, and it's good to hear people who aren't other old white guys talk about wrestling.
Jim Cornette.
So David saying
sorry, got something stuck in my throat.
No, but I know,
Stay away
but
from Jim
it's kind of like, no, I don't hate myself, but there's too many people who look and sound like me out there talking about stuff that I want to hear people who aren't kind of looking and talking like me.
Mm-hmm. I got you. Geez, what did I learn from 700? I've learned how to endure.
He's learned how to outlive his enemies. That's what he means.
That's the key.
There was because it's been a little bit of thought about like, oh shit, we're still doing this. Why are we still doing this? I mean, obviously it's you guys popping up in chat, the Tina's and Dave's and Brandon's and everything. What's going on over there? they're plotting something over there, but seriously, like it's that's been a motivation, and there's a lot of times where I've questioned this show and whether we should still keep going with everything going on. I mean, this is not a cornerstone moneymaker of the business or anything like that. This is, and I've often said, if everything falls apart tomorrow with the studio and everything, I'll still be in my basement doing this show, and I hope you guys still come down there.
We got 300 more to 1,000, so
that's right.
Strap on in.
Yeah.
Or die.
No intent.
For the 1,000th episode, we should just replay episode 1.
You don't have it anymore.
We should
renumbering.
It's somewhere.
We should reenact it in a stage play.
Ooh, there you go.
Well, that's the inevitable reboot.
Oh yes, we should do it. Yes,
we recast it with younger, more diverse casting.
Wait, we're gonna reboot.
So, Doc
into the Mayhemverse.
Doc Remedy's a girl.
into the Mayhemverse.
Yes. There you go. If they can do it with Sherlock, why not Doc Remedy?
Right.
Or I guess that was Watson.
Sherlock
Watson,
Remedy.
She
Done.
was awesome. Lucy Liu was awesome as Watson. I love that show. I watched all of Elementary. I really liked it.
Yeah, and the guy from Hackers.
I didn't know that. I never saw Hackers.
Well, he didn't have an accent in Hackers.
So when you said you must endure, and that's what I was telling Chad over here, the scene that played out in my head was the Dark Knight Rises scene with Michael Caine or Alfred and Bruce Wayne. But you were Bruce Wayne and producer Missy was Alfred, and you were like, "What'll you have me do?" And producer Missy was like, "You must endure."
And then you go kick other podcasters' ass. Kill them all.
Because you're podcast Batman, Sword.
Yeah, you're podcast Batman.
Podcast Batman now?
I like that better than
That'll
the
go underneath
now.
of.
We're gonna shine a signal on the back now.
Pod Night.
Yeah, there'll be the Podfather, and then the
image
SM
of a microphone
from Sorgatron Media in a spotlight underneath of it.
God.
Is that an Allegheny General podcast?
What is the clearance I need? I need to check with my landlord, see if we can put a spotlight on the top of the studio.
Every Tuesday night goes off.
UPMC.
What was that, Mike?
I'm the king of Pittsburgh.
What was that, Mike?
Every Tuesday night, the spotlight just goes off and people flock to be on the air.
Wow.
The Bayer sign on Mount Washington says Sorgatron Media.
Oh, if only. If only.
I'm gonna start looking into
That's
that
the
tomorrow.
next goal, isn't it? Hey, if Sprint can get it, maybe we can.
Peduto's looking for you. I hope he comes.
Hey, Peduto's
Giant floodlight for sale on Etsy.
Floodlight on Etsy.
Dude, just on top of PPG. Where's that Sorg at?
I hope the Podfather gets here. The funny thing is, you've run in the same circles as.
He came to Chachi Plays while he was running for mayor, and donated to Chachi Plays. So
that's because he knows you as Michael and not.
He doesn't
Podfather.
know. It's because he doesn't. It's because he doesn't know what you're capable of, Sorg.
Oh, he's been to the pod camp. He knows what we're capable of. So
how many other podcasters are still at pod camp?
Cleaned it out.
Is that really? Is pod camp just a trap for you to destroy other podcasts?
Pod camp is just a way for him to
you
find
lure them in and see which ones are a threat, and then you neutralize them. I see now.
What do you think?
You've been the hero long enough that you are now the villain at episode 700. I understand, Sorg.
That's why Should I Drink That's not around anymore. Sorg just had enough of Father Spoon and just put an end to that.
Jeez,
him and sick
that man has kids.
Guys, thank you very much. It's been 700 episodes. Thank you, Doc Remedy, for coming back.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Chad the Shad.
Thank you.
Mainstream Matt, with your wildly popular segment you bring back once a year.
It's all for you, Sorgy.
Thank you. Thank you, Mad Mike.
ProWrestlingTees.com/ZiggyHaim.
What? Oh yes. Support Ziggy Haim. So it was just the dog just came back from.
We're helping puppies.
We
Buy a
are
shirt,
helping.
help a puppy.
Yeah, it's for the puppies. Thank you, Tina, for dropping in again.
Actual dogs.
Thank you.
Let us know how that XFL game goes.
I will, certainly.
Spend-
And NXT TakeOver too as well.
Fantastic.
Oh.
Fantastic. And
I'm
thank
happy.
you, Dave Podner.
Thanks so much for having me on, guys.
All right. And thank you. You guys are making hand signs again. You got to watch the hand signs in
We're
this
we're
open
going,
window.
Going Dragons. This is my Seattle
Oh,
Dragons.
is that
hand
what that
sign.
is?
Yeah, go Dragons.
By the way, it is pointing season. And we got the sign. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time to 700 more. Oh, that's a lot.
To 700 more.
700 more.
Here, here. All hail King Podfather.
Oh. We'll see you guys next time. Mayhem out. Holy shit.
Your ego, Sword.
Holy shit.
Sorg, we've done 700 episodes.
Why?
We've just finished 700 episodes.
We
Yes.
put you on a pedestal. This
Oh my
episode, Sword.
god.
How's
Oh,
that
no.
pedestal that we placed you gently upon?
For the guy that always likes to kind of shrink in the corner.
Not today,
It's yeah.
Because you work in the shadows. We understand, Sorg.
Boy.
Best.
Thank you. All right, thank you, streamers. We'll see you guys. We'll be back. There will be a 701. And who is on next? Who is scheduled for next week? Is it
me, motherfuckers?
Well, there is an open invite, so I can't find it.
Scanning it for badness.
That's definitely me then.
What is that?
Welcome to the Phantom Zone, bad guy.
Brohemoth is due next week.
Nice.
There you go.
Down to business.
He is healing nicely from his shoulder surgery, it sounds like.
That's cool. Rotator cuff?
Yeah, really so. But yeah, he was working out a bit, and he just sends me a video of him sticking his arms up like this. It's just like, I'm just like, what is happening right now? Oh wait, it was in the sling like 2 days ago when I saw him. Oh, this is important.
I thought it was going to be like a Dragon Ball Z Spirit Bomb thing.
No, maybe he was doing that too. It was a very geeky chat that we were in. So, but is not hampered his video game playing.
Fuck
So
yeah.
I think we're doing one. Did we get our date on that? I'm not sure we did. We'll do another one. Also, check out what the hell is it called? The Velasa Pastor.
I've been seeing.
It's on Amazon Prime.
What is
we
it?
watched it.
A show?
It's an hour and 10 minutes movie.
Okay.
And we were bringing up facts because Shirley Doe's BNSAboutMovies.com reviewed and interviewed the director.
That's where I saw it. Shirley Doe was.
There you go.
posting about it.
Worthwhile if you have Amazon Prime. It's a good hour and 10 minutes. You will enjoy it. It is. It was something. It was fun.
Better.
You know it's good. You know it's good when you can just say it was something.
It was a movie.
Would you give it?
It
Give
was
it.
an hour,
Give,
70 minutes long.
Give me one of these. Give me one of these.
I'm gonna
Up
give
or
you one of
down.
these. I'm gonna give you one of these.
Hold on, I didn't finish.
Yes.
In comparison to the Transformers last night.
Bing, 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 bing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a big thumbs up. It's a big thumbs up.
Roger, Roger.
You'll feel like you've done a lot more with your 110 minutes than that movie. So, thank you, stream. We'll see you next time.